Hilfiger. This is the Star Report. Wednesday evening, late night. I am your host, Mr. Terrain, repping Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Okay, tonight's show, Kendrick Lamar named the greatest rapper of his generation, according to New York Times Magazine. Florida boy Jay will be assisting me tonight because I want to be fair as I can be. 2010, roughly, when Kendrick and other artists came out, that was actually a good year for rap music and lyricist. I respect Kendrick Lamar, what he has given the game, his dedication to the craft. I like the fact that he's not all over social media like bird shit. I respect that about him because I still believe in less is more. But I can't give him the greatest of his generation. Florida boy Jay, call right now. Right now before I go someplace that, would not be fair. I'll just say that, all right? Troll babies, good evening. How you guys doing? Can you hear me? Testing. Okay. I'm sipping Stoli tonight. I'm sipping Stoli because somebody else reached out, a corporation from New York City. They heard, I might be available to come back to New York. Listen, folks, I'm focused on Seattle, but I take all business calls. And I said, well, listen, I'll be back up in New York the first week of February if you want to talk. So I'll keep you posted, all right? Okay. Hey, before I get into the topics, and the young lady, whoever she is, claiming that Drake flew her out, get me her name, please, and her TikTok page so that I can promote her. I believe her. I believe that little baby, huh? She's as cute as a button. She got them Atlanta eyelashes that all the girls down here wear. She was giggling. She said she had raw sex, unprotected sex with Drake, and she pulled out her phone to do some filming, and he hit the phone out of her hand and sent her home. I believe you, boo-boo. Who are you? I want to promote you. Yes, I do, huh? We're going to end the year on some bullshit. I am a proud bottom feeder, purveyor of bullshit. Somebody get me her TikTok account, please, all right? Also, at some point, I'm not going to give this old raggedy bitch any real props, but Corinne Steffens is claiming to be pregnant. The hater misses nothing. Troll babies, are you up to speed? Corinne Steffens, an old slower. Not a whore. I'm not going to call her a whore because I'm sure she's down on her luck and desperate and she'll try and sue anybody for defamation. I'm not going to call her a whore, but she admitted to, promiscuous, unethical, and ungodly acts in her book. Whenever that came out, I forgot. And she's close to 50. I think she's like 48 or 49, claiming to be 44. And she's up on social media. It looks like, she's holding a pregnancy test. And she's blaming this guy who I'm not going to say his name because I went to his IG page, and this guy he's on the come up. This is a celebrity chef. And I see no pictures of her on his IG page, no pictures of him on her IG page. I went to her trash-ass IG account. Corinne Steffens, you guys know her, a.k.a. Superhead? Oh, trash, bitch. She came on the Star and Buck Wild show. Most of you should know that was a monumental interview that went viral. Well, back in those days, going viral was something different. And she had what I considered to be a nasty disposition. She got up and walked out during the interview. There's a video of it, She doesn't have a nasty attitude. She has a nasty disposition. An attitude can be adjusted. You've heard me say this before. But she's got a nasty disposition. She went on a couple of other radio shows after the Star and Buck Wild show and walked off of those shows. But my show was the one that really popped off with her, being the nasty person that I truly believe that she is. And Dame Dash, in case you don't know, helped her put that first book together so she could tell on niggas. But anyway, she's claiming to be pregnant. And again, the guy who she's pointing to, he's an up-and-coming, he's bubbling. He's not popping, but he's bubbling. I went to his IG page. He looks like he's a pole smoker, respectfully. He's got on black fingernail polish. I can't even see him being intertwined with her. I think she's capping. I think she's just clout chasing before the new year comes in. So we'll get to that, trash bitch later, okay? All right, back into the show. Kendrick Lamar, is he the greatest rapper of his generation? I'm just going to throw two names out there before we get into the nuts and the bolts of the show here. If you ask me, I would say J. Cole over Kendrick Lamar. And I would say Drake clearly over Kendrick Lamar. Drake, in my opinion, a former music industry marketing and promotion man. Drake changed rap music. He changed it. He made people change their approach to writing music. He made people reconsider putting out projects because of the new template that he put forth. Like him or not, I don't think that Kendrick changed anything. I could be wrong. Again, Florida Boy Jay, going to bring him in shortly. He'll give me a younger perspective. Kendrick, phenomenal at what he has done. Phenomenal. For me, Kendrick Lamar is and was better than Game ever was. I never believed in Game. And never mind the personal stuff between me and Game. I just never believed Game had those types of bars. All right. So that's my show. And as I said, Drake denies he flew TikTok girl out. Anybody got her name? Can someone email me her TikTok page so I can promote her? I want to see her get some shine. She did a video. It's up on TMZ, pardon me, in case you don't know. Her video's on TMZ. She's sitting there with a straight face talking about he was rubbing her stomach, asking her, does she want kids? I believe her. I believe her. Florida Boy Jay tapping in on a Wednesday evening. Are you there, FBJ?
Yo, Star, we are in the building,
yes,
live
sir,
and full effect.
Okay.
Where you want to go right now? Where are we going?
I want you to steer this conversation. Pace yourself, so that it's not just too much. I want people to hear what you're saying. I respect your opinion. Kendrick Lamar, according to New York Times Magazine, the greatest of his generation. What say you, Florida Boy Jay?
Well, first of all, let's just say we should be looking to the New York Times for anything hip-hop related as far as telling us who they is the best in anything pertaining to hip-hop. Because honestly, Kendrick Lamar, word to my guy Matt Slater, he makes biracial bar and grill music. And in today's era of the social media activists, you have the people outside the black community that feels like if they can memorize the Kendrick Lamar album, they've done their social activists for the year. The social activist work for the year.
Good point.
So you got a lot of these white publications that want to push the false pro-black narrative of Kendrick Lamar because that gives them some type of validation and more cool points if they would crown the obvious people like the Drakes, the Futures of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kendrick Lamar makes palatable white guilt music for the masses to consume. Kendrick Lamar, in no way, shape, or fashion, can be seen as the best rapper of this generation if we're talking about 2010 to now, the last 12, 13 years of hip-hop.
Okay.
You can't go on a 5-year and try to claim that title.
Can you fix your phone, Florida Boy Jay? You went out 2 times. I want people to hear what you're saying. Make some adjustments,
please. I'm sorry. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, there's no way you can tell me if we're going to grade the last 12, 13 years of hip hop and you took a 5-year break in between, and some of your most celebrated albums by the Pulitzer Prize winners, the Grammys, these white publications who exalt you and give you these credentials for questionable albums. To Pimp a Butterfly, as much props as that only got the accolades because we knew he got robbed for Good Kid, Mad City.
Right.
You can't tell me 5 great songs from To Pimp a Butterfly. Yeah. You can't. We can't talk about this last album of the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which was one of his better pieces of work. You can't wait 5 years and drop that. I've heard better leaks than the songs that actually made it to the album. So when we really...
Now, hang on a second, Florida Boy J. For those who don't know, because I like to speak as if, people are hearing my show for the first time. Good Kid, Mad City, 2012. To Pimp a Butterfly, 2015. Damn, 2017. So these are the studio albums that Kendrick Lamar put out. Again, I respect his dedication to the craft. Visually, he has done some very, very intriguing, thought-provoking art. I'll even go that far. But I don't think, unless you tell me I'm wrong, that he has changed the game. And that's what I'm adding to this conversation. Did Kendrick Lamar change the game? What say you?
Kendrick Lamar you can say he is one of the most important rappers of this generation. By far, you might be able to, if you want to put him in a time capsule and play somebody from 50 years from now, you can probably play him. You can say that as far as hip hop and the origins of it and being an MC and the wordplay, the lyricism. Kendrick Lamar holds that crown of preserving that origin of hip hop, right? When we want to talk about...
Hang on, Florida Boy J, with all due respect, you did not answer my question. Never mind 50 years from now. I'm asking right now. Did Kendrick Lamar change the game? I'm saying Drake changed the game. Pardon me.
No. I'm going to say it again. No, he did not. No, he did not. You don't see nobody coming up trying to be the next Kendrick. Future and Drake have changed the game. They are the tastemakers of the game. And if we're not talking about Future, Hendrix as literally the pulse of hip-hop, then we're not talking about it. Drake is an anomaly. Drake is somebody who cut through the paradigm, and it can't be another duplication. So really, you got to put Drake in the unicorn status. If you really want to talk about the modern-day prototype rapper of the last 13 years, it is Future Hendrix, without a doubt. He has put out more music than all the top 5 to 10 rappers you want to talk about. He's probably tripled them in the music output. He has more hits. He still closes out tours. He drops albums every year, even collab albums. You can't tell me what young rapper doesn't get a Future verse when he comes out with his first album.
Right.
I watched all...
I'm still banging Future and Lil Uzi Vert right now.
Exactly.
I'm still banging
And I remember I did a review on that album a couple years ago.
Right.
Listen, Future, I've seen all these guys you want to talk about: Future, Travis Scott, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Nicki Minaj, Kanye. I've seen all of the guys at their peak performing concerts. Drake is on the Beyonce, Michael Jackson, not as far as, but as an entertainer, as bringing out a crowd from old to 80, to 80, that's him. Future is the club. I've seen Future this past Rolling Loud. He doesn't even perform your favorite song because he got so many club hits. He's just ringing them off. The whole crowd's going crazy.
Okay.
J. Cole, he still has his crowd. It's cool. It's a bunch of college kids. It's cool. I've seen Kendrick Lamar come on the night after Future. We could have went to sleep. And one part I want to say about Kendrick Lamar that y'all probably know if you went on tour, you heard his last album. He says one line that he effed a white bitch in Copenhagen. He bleeped himself out and he muted himself to say a white bitch when he says nigga this, hoe that, talks about black people, but when you had to say first time you effed a white bitch, you muted yourself in front of that white crowd. That's real fraudulent, and that's a real contradictory to this pro-black thing you want to be on. So
okay, hang on a second. Florida Boy Jay, sit tight. Stay with me. Stay with me. We are going to take our time with this. Johnny Too Cool, I got your PayPal donation. Thank you so much. He says, Star, how's Curtis Blow? I have no idea. Is he alive? Did he have a stroke? He looks crazy. Thank you, Johnny Too Cool, for tapping in. Troll Babies, is Curtis Blow okay? He pulled one of my bitches back in the day, so I'm not hoping for anything bad to happen. I know he had open heart surgery. Is he okay? Pardon me, I'm one that stole his. Troll Babies, I see you guys in the live chat. I need a confirmation on Sinful the P. That was my guy. Please give me a confirmation. I don't want to just, say something and it's not true. Is it true? WRB got your donation star. Drake is the Jay-Z of this generation. Lupe is the best lyricist alive, though. Okay. Hold on a second. Who else sent to the donation? Let me scroll back. YNGNAJ. DNA by Kendrick is better than J. Cole's last album, and CLB by Drake. That's greatness. Okay. Thank you. Florida Boy J, you were saying, sir. Continue.
Yeah, and I understand because, listen, you're talking about different demographics that you're going to get. You're going to get your L.A. people who want to be backpackers that are going to say Kendrick. Kendrick, he performs to, a wide audience. He just gives people that complete vibe. When you really want to talk about musical output, hit after hit, transitioning, being the archetype of a rapper, is going to be Future, whether you like it or not. When I say again, you want to talk about musical output, it's going to be Future. When you want to talk about what Drake says, Drake calls him absolutely relentless, spontaneous workhorse. He's co-signed by Andre 3000. Even Kanye, you guys' favorite guy, he says that Future is the best rapper in the game.
Florida Boy J, I have to jump in and say no. Me personally, I can't say Future over Kendrick Lamar. Absolutely not. Now, let's go back for a second because, again, your perspective, you're a younger man. You're a lot more in tune, I'm sure, with certain tracks and efforts. J. Cole not only is respected, but he delivers. He executes. His bars are great bars. In your opinion, Kendrick Lamar over J. Cole? Never mind Future. Let's talk about J. Cole for a second.
Kendrick Lamar over J. Cole? That is very interesting. I would probably still have to put Kendrick Lamar over J. Cole, but only ever so slightly.
Okay.
Only ever so slightly because Kendrick Lamar can usually transition over to making certain club mainstream bangers where I feel like J. Cole doesn't really get in that bag all the way. He doesn't have really those songs of the year. He has
hang on. I need you to just have you seen Kendrick Lamar live? I have not. Have you seen J. Cole live? I have not. I think that's important.
Yes, sir. I've seen both of them live.
Okay. What about Drake? I've never seen Drake live.
I've seen Drake live in 2016. I'll give you a year for every rapper we talk about tonight. Well,
I think we're having a good conversation. I'm going to bring other people in shortly, but I just want you and I to get some of this out. You know who I did see live here in the Atlanta metro area, and he ripped that shit down. Tyler, the Creator, on the Igor tour. What do you think about his bars? Tyler, the Creator.
I think Tyler, the Creator, can really rap with the best. He can rap up there with Kendrick and Cole. Yeah. You can't tell me he can't. He might be able to rap better than them on songs. That's why you don't see a lot of guys try to get on tracks with Tyler, the Creator, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He played the shit out of a piano that night as well. He got busy. I said, oh, shit. It's on my IG page for those who give a fuck with them. Okay, sit tight. Stay with me. Somebody's tapping in. King Simon, where are you, sir? King Simon. I want us to stay on topic. King Simon, is that you, sir? No, that's not. Hold on. There. King.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good to hear from you. What's cracking, man? Been a while. Been a while.
Always happy so-called holidays.
Yes, sir.
First of all, Florida Boy Jay is he's definitely right from his perspective about the music. But anytime, what I've learned over the years, especially from people like Dick Gregory and people like was Steve Coakley, anytime they put somebody in the Pulse or the Times, they're watching them. You could call it conspiracy,
Right.
but they're watching him because they taught us in those classes back in those days how to read a newspaper and pay attention to who they put. Because when they put Khalid in there and they put certain people in there.
Dr. Khalid, for those who don't know.
Yes, my brother, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, the minister.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, let's put respect because I was trained under him. So, yes. So, yes, sir. I know what you're talking about. I spoke to his son the other day. Enough respect to him.
Go ahead.
So pay attention. Although what Florida Boy Jay is right from their perspective, they're not really watching those other brothers. But anybody that has certain amount of lyrics and certain amount of pull, and they're telling their conglomerates to watch it, pay attention. So I'm just throwing out there because that's how we was taught to read newspapers, especially the Post, because we know the Post can be run by the alphabet brothers and the alphabet people.
Right.
So pay attention.
Good to hear from
all
you.
right.
Anything else going on with you that we need to know about?
Everything is good, man. I'm just, I'm still doing what I'm doing, heading down to Florida, but I'm out here. I'm still in Georgia. We got to sit down for tea. I don't know when you're moving. I know you're moving somewhere.
Listen. King Simon. I do not answer to a bitch. I don't have kids. All you have to do is text me and say, Star, can we do a coffee?
Yes.
I will drive to where you are. I know where you are. Just holler, man.
Yes.
Just holler.
And plus, you did a great show with Flex, man. I haven't worked with Flex in years. You and Flex was on point. Yeah, Red Alert plopped up. That was good. So great job, man. Great job.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Good to hear from you, King Simon. Thank you.
Have a happy New Year, man. Be safe.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay. Hold on a second. Florida Boy Jay, are you there? I think Florida Boy Jay dropped out. What happened? FBJ, you there?
Hey, I'm right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I don't know what happened, but you're back in the line. Okay, so hang on. I want to just shift to the bullshit for a second. I'm promoting Young Dope Man as well, guys, on the screen. Tom Yum Lachon on YouTube. Make sure you go check him out. And you know what? God damn it, I'm going to put it on the screen. Corinne Steffens claims she's pregnant. I don't believe her. I don't believe that sewer rat. That's what we used to call a sewer rat back in the days. Hold on, Florida Boy Jay. According to VladTV.com and another source, Corinne Steffens, 44 years of age. She changed her name to Elizabeth something. What? I'll get the fuck out of here. She's now expecting a child with celebrity chef who's 33 years of age. She's about 47 or 48, and this guy's 33. Kwame. I'm just going to say Kwame. That's his first name. She put up a post yesterday on her IG page. Some nasty, ratchet acrylic nails and a fucking pregnancy test. I don't believe it. But if it is true, young man, come on, man. What are you doing? For anybody who gives a shit, go to his IG page. You'll see him with black fingernail polish on, and he's got a picture of DMX with no shirt on. So what would he be doing on top of Corinne Steffens ejaculating to make her pregnant? I don't buy it. It's bullshit. But anyway, all right, Florida Boy Jay, you want to sit tight? I want you to stay with me, man, whilst we comb through this. You got time?
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I'm cooling, chilling out, just going with the flow.
Okay, let's bring a call or two in here so we can find out. Area code 407, according to New York Times Magazine, Kendrick Lamar, greatest of his generation. Are you there? 407.
Yo, Star.
Good evening.
Yo, Star, good evening, man. The disrespect, man. The New York Times, bro.
Come on.
Gonna talk about a West Coast artist, man, is the greatest, bro. Star, come on, man. You said the New York Times or the New York Post? Because I think those are two different journalists, man. Right? I'm trying to be sure.
Sir, I don't speak fucking Ebonics. The New York Times Magazine. I've said it 5 goddamn times.
Okay.
New York Times Magazine.
Okay.
The greatest of his generation. Do you want to chime in?
Sir, I fully 100% disagree with that.
Come on.
Like my man was saying before, we should pay attention. I think it's still saying something that an East Coast production is still talking about a West Coast artist as the greatest. I still think that's disrespectful. You know what I mean?
I hear you, sir, but this is a trending topic. I'm talking about it. Kendrick Lamar said years ago he claimed himself King of New York. I remember Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg went up to thisis50.com. Hey, hang on. So you got me going now. I remember Snoop Dogg was on This Is 50. He was talking about Kendrick Lamar. He told a room full of New York niggas, watch your mouth. I said, damn. What? Nobody chin checked that nigga? He said, watch your mouth. So where are you from? Sir? Where are you from, sir?
I see where this is going.
Where you from? Where you from?
I'm actually from New York, Star. Come on, man. You should know that. I'm always going to...
Sir, I don't fucking know you. Let's get to the goddamn topic. Greatest of his generation.
Right, so
Come on.
He shouldn't even be considered by anything on the East Coast, is my opinion. Like, J. Cole is a East Coast artist. He is way better lyrically. He has better songs. He has more hits. I think Florida Boy Jay said that Kendrick has more hits. I disagree with that statement. J. Cole has more hits, including with Drake. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see how I don't know who's behind that post, but it's ridiculous to me, man. And that's all I got to say about it.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let me slow down. FBJ, sit tight. I want us to have a healthy discussion. I want to be educated. I don't want to, I'm saying J. Cole over Kendrick, but I could be wrong. Give us your reasons why and your breakdown. Why he's not the greatest of his generation. Area code 908. Good evening. How are you? 908.
Yo, Star, Brooklyn Giggles. What's going on, man?
My African nigga. How you feel, man? Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. What's going on?
Let's go. Let's talk about it. Kendrick, according to New York Times Magazine, the greatest of his generation. What say you, Brooklyn Giggles?
I agree. I agree 100%.
Come on.
14 Grammys, won a Pulitzer recently. I mean, he's the most, if you ask me, he's probably the most respectable rapper of our generation. Now, J. Cole, I respect him. I do. But, like, his music these days, I feel like it's for hippies at this point. Like, at this
Good point.
No shade.
Good point.
Here, now, when it comes to Drake, yes, you could easily say he should be the main one. Yeah, obviously. But, like, at the end of the day, not to go back, but listen, Drake you had a ghostwriter, man. You had a ghostwriter. Kendrick never needed a ghostwriter. Kendrick never had to use a ghostwriter to make any of those projects. I'm just gonna, keep it 100. Like, if you're looking at the 3 people that you would consider, I would have to put Kendrick over all of them. Of course.
Tell us who those 3 people would be. I just spit some names out, but it doesn't mean that I'm right. I just threw out Drake and J. Cole. Who else? Give us other names from his generation.
There's no one else? No. All right, no, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. There's really no one else that is, like, at this point of our generation is considered the most important rapper of our generation. Besides those main 3, Jay-Z is old. I like Hov, but he's old. Like, he makes music for people that plays golf now. I mean, come on. Nas, arguably you could put him on that list.
Let's not do Nas old washed ass.
Star.
What about Tyler, the Creator?
King.
What about Tyler?
Star.
Tyler.
Star. King Disease 3 was good. You you could agree or disagree, but that album was good. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. That album was good.
Brooklyn Giggles, I was up in New York and I shitted on Nas in New York. Let's move on. Let's move on.
As you should.
Tyler, the Creator, is my question to you, sir. You're younger than me. Educate me on why Tyler is not better than Kendrick Lamar. I'm just asking a question.
Tyler, Creator's music to me is I don't consider that hip hop. I don't consider that hip hop. I consider that more like towards like pop. Like that's not the type of music I'm gonna bump to in the car. That's not the type of music I'm gonna be playing if I'm going to the gym or whatever. Like I can't really get into Tyler, the Creator's music.
Okay.
That's not you can't even put him in that category. And FBJ, come on, man. I know you from down south. I get it. But Future, like, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, like all jokes aside, like, why would you put Future? Why would you put Future with all those privileged rappers? You gonna put Future, the man that talked about Molly? Like, are we?
Yeah.
Are we kidding?
Molly Percocet. Molly
FBJ.
Percocet.
Come on, man.
FBJ, are you there? Florida Boy J, are you there? Brooklyn Giggles. Calling your name.
I'm right here. Okay, yeah. I was just waiting for him to wrap up. But obviously, he doesn't, hang out with no hoes and really be outside in the trenches. He probably just hanging out somewhere, but making Uber Eats and stuff and just playing, top 40 radio. That's why he has this perspective. Because when you round the hoes, you putting on March Madness. I mean, you can't tell me one time you in a club, a strip club, anywhere where the real niggas is at, you put on March Madness and it ain't ringing off. Or you putting on any other track, you know what I'm saying? You got him and Drake. They've been making the top song of the year for the last 7 to 8 years. Like, is what are we even talking about? DS2, the way he had 2015 was dropping 4 mixtapes in 1 year. The whole Purple Rain, Evolve Rain, the whole Hendrix, the Future album, but the Hendrix album on top of that. What are you talking about? Anytime you go to the club, anytime you go to a bar, anytime you go anywhere hot across the country, when they play that Future, it's ringing off. Nobody's playing no Kendrick Lamar on a Friday night picking up the hose. I'm sorry to break reality to you. We ain't in the bar playing everything gonna be all right. We dropping that March Madness.
Okay, let him respond. Florida Boy J, let him respond. Brooklyn Giggles, you have the floor. Let him respond.
All right, number one, you clearly did not understand the title of that article. You're talking about March Madness. You're talking about hoes, but we're talking about the most important, like one of the most influential, greatest rappers of all time of this generation. You cannot put Future in that category. Like, I mean, I get it. I mean, you feel like you got to put him there because of this March Madness and all this nonsense, but you're not answering the question of the actual article. You cannot put Future.
Hold on, I'm just real quick, because the article is the most influential of the generation.
No, hang on. The article, Brooklyn Giggles, is not asking a question. It's making a statement that Kendrick Lamar is the greatest of his generation. There's no question. It's a statement and a confirmation from their perspective.
And you can't, and you can't put Future in that. It's blasphemy.
Okay.
To even put Future in that conversation, you cannot call yourself a fan of true hip hop if you're going to put Future in the category of legit MCs. Legit MCs. Come on, man. Just because you do a project with Drake or say Molly Percocet, you're going to be considered one of the top MCs. Like, what are we talking about here?
Okay, let him respond. Florida Boy J, you have the floor. Let him respond.
Come on.
Yeah, because you're naming a Drake project that he had in a Molly Percocet song doesn't even equate to the mass amount of mixtapes he dropped during that era. The way he went on the run, writing for Drunken Love. And then when you're talking about the greatest rapper of this generation, literally he's the last guy who came from the futuristic white boy, black boy swag era from Atlanta and then brought it up to this date. All the young guys get on Future tracks. All the young guys have their hair like Future. They're dressing like Future. Their top songs have Future on it. They're not putting out an album without Future being a feature on the album. We're talking about most influential, impactful artists of this generation. We're talking about Future's musical output, the way you talking to hoes niggas in the streets. You talking about lyrics. People have, you can quote Future lyrics. Future got bars. His stuff is so quotable. It's memes of Future on the internet, which keeps his name relevant. All you do is throw up a Future lyric with his face on it, and it's a meme. Their whole pages around it. If that's not impactful, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
And I yield the mic.
All right, Brooklyn Giggles, you have the last word, sir. I appreciate your perspective.
Like I said earlier, FBJ is just, just talking. He's not been. That's all the things he's saying is not even factual about Future. At the end of the day, he can't rap. He cannot rap. I'm not putting him in the same category with Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. Like, it was nonsense. And I'm gonna land my plane here.
Thank you for landing your plane, Brooklyn Giggles. Have a good night. All right, Brooklyn Giggles tapped in. Florida Boy Jay, your thoughts on... actually, you know what? I'm not going to put more on the table than what needs to be incorporated into this conversation. But stay with me. We're having a good conversation with regards to Kendrick Lamar, named greatest rapper of his generation by New York Times Magazine. Also, guys, on the screen, one of my sponsors, please check them out, youtube.com/@JerseyConcrete. The content there is just, it's so fucking entertaining, all right? Jersey Concrete on YouTube. Please tell them I sent you, all right? J-Rel, can I get a confirmation that he passed away? I don't want to sit here and say the wrong thing, man. I see people in the live chat saying R.I.P. I don't know if it's true. Florida Boy Jay, the person that you mentioned to me earlier, any confirmation that he passed away, or do we know how he passed away without saying his name just yet?
Yeah, they one of his right-hand men that he always references went live with somebody else that he's usually that he runs with, and they confirmed it. They confirmed that they're trying to get his body back to the States, and it's pretty much confirmed. People came up there, called in, paid their condolences.
Sinful the P.
It was pretty much confirmed.
We're talking about Sinful the P. Wow.
Yes, sir, bro. R.I.P. Phillip, man.
Do we know how he died? Do we know how?
No, they don't know. They didn't. He passed away at his home. He passed away peacefully at his home. They don't know, any foul play or anything. There's a lot of red tape behind that, but. Okay. R.P. Sinful the P broke my heart, man, for real. Just come home to hear that type of news.
Yeah, man. He and I used to text from time to time. We would send each other $100 donations. He put up $100 in my live chat. I put $100 up in his. On a few occasions we did that. All right. So until I hear further notice, folks, with regards to how he passed away, this is the news we're getting, that Sinful the P, content creator, has passed away, okay? Thank you for your donation, J-Rel. Okay, I'm seeing a few other emails here. Past rappers. Okay, that's your email, Fuller Boy J. Hey, Tori, I got your donation. Tori says, read my email. Okay, give me a second. Troy! Who you think, you fooling nigga? Stop acting like you wasn't up in New York because you put you hat in the race to be Angela Yee. No, I have nothing to do with the Breakfast Club. But thank you for your email. Something about Angela Yee, and now you going back to seal the deal. Hashtag troll baby misses nothing. No, I'm going up to New York about business, but it ain't got shit to do with the Breakfast Club. But I will say this. I've already presented the PPM numbers, portable people meter numbers, and Steve Harvey is beating everybody up in New York in them goddamn ratings, beating niggas like old slaves. Pow, pow, pow. He has been for months. Steve Harvey and La Mega and 1010 wins. Now I'm going. I'm not gonna see where I'm going. Thank you, Troy, for your donation. Let me slow down. I'm sipping that goddamn Stoli. Terrence, I got your donation. K-Dot is in my top 5 and better than Drake and Cole. Okay. Zone 864 TV, RIP, Sinful the P. Yeah, can someone give me any reason as to why he passed away? What happened? Okay, hold on a second. Okay, is this the girl? Hold on a second. Oh, okay, this is the girl who Drake allegedly flew out. Okay, she's from Atlanta. Okay, go ahead, girl. I believe her. Thank you. Hold on a second. Florida Boy J, you up to speed on the girl claiming Drizzy flew her out?
Yeah, man. I watched her. Go live and talk about it, tell the story, how she took, had unprotected relations with him and then pulled out the camera.
I love it.
Knocking the camera away. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, I don't personally believe it, because I'm just sitting here like, why would you? Like, you would have to. I feel like Drake be making you sign all types of NDAs and non-disclosures, that Lori Harvey style type. So I don't believe it, but it was funny to see somebody try to clout chase with that.
I am here to promote the bullshit. So I have her IG page. Salute to her. Salute to her. Hold on a second. Who's sending me an email talking about Pickup 916? Where's your donation? I don't fucking know you. I have no friends. Where is your donation? Don't just send me an email. Pick up the line. What the fuck are you? All right, Johnny Too Cool. I got your donation, Johnny. Punch says, yo, star 407. I think we just spoke to 407, didn't we? Florida Boy J?
407. I don't know. I think last time person we talked to was...
we just spoke to him. We just spoke to him. We're taking calls. Okay. Florida Boy J is helping me out here. According to New York Times Magazine, Kendrick Lamar named the greatest rapper of his generation. Let me just throw a name at you. Florida Boy J. Someone who I really started appreciating him as time went on. And when he was on Funkmaster Flex Show in New York City on Hot 97, he was freestyling like crazy. Juice WRLD. What are your thoughts on Juice WRLD, Florida Boy J?
I feel like Juice WRLD, what you seen with Juice WRLD, honestly, he was the next generation. It was going to be him and XX, Triple X. It was going to be those two that were going to be the 1 and 2 that everybody else is going to have to be chasing and creating their styles from, because Juice WRLD dropped so much music and he can actually rap.
Oh, he
actually had bars.
He was a beast rapping. He was a beast. He's a beast.
And he knew how to do the melodic rap, and he knew how to, he had that lane of the whole emo, misunderstood, depressive hip-hop, the black suburban experience. Like, he was really capturing that era, kind of the same way Trippie Redd does in a way, same way X does, just that whole genre. He was leading that, and both of them passing away kind of led that whole generation. It took the bar down. You tried to raise the bar, but it's like the bar got knocked down, and everybody started just doing, renditions of that since then.
Hold on. What was the name of that song by Trippie Redd that I like? Was it Love Scars?
Yeah, Love Scars. But is Love Scars 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah,
so, it depends on all three of them go. All three of them are classic.
Trippie Redd. For his catalog. That still is.
And I've seen him in concert.
Oh, did you? That still is my nigga. My nigga. One of those Love Scars he did with, hold on a second.
Famous Debt?
Yes.
Yep. Love Scars 2.
Love Scars 2. Yep. Number 2. That was fire. The hate or miss is nothing. Hold on. Let's bring in some more calls, guys. We're talking about Kendrick Lamar tonight. Area code. Is this Rory? Rory, is that you? 347 tapping in.
Yo.
The white Denzel. How you feel, Rory? Let's get it.
I'm chilling, man. Yeah. I'm walking down. I'm on 28th Street. I'm walking back to the crib.
Okay.
I had a couple of drinks.
As you should.
I heard the show was live.
As you should, my nigga.
Yeah, word.
What's going on?
Fuck out of here with that Kendrick Lamar. New York Times. Oh, get out of here. Yo, I'm gonna chill on the cursing, No,
listen, go there. We're talking, is he the greatest of his generation? Fuck the algorithm. Let's go.
Get the fuck out of here. The greatest ever?
No, of his generation. Rory.
Look, Tom,
Of his
put that shit on there.
Rory, listen. You have to listen. Of his
I feel
generation.
like burning in the yo, homie. They said, yo, check this out. They said Kendrick Lamar, the best rapper ever.
No, Rory. Jesus Christ, folks. He's hard of hearing. Rory.
Look,
Rory. Give him a second. He's seriously, he's hard of hearing. Give him a second. Rory, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, Rory. I know.
you.
Rory, I know you're hard of hearing, but you have to listen. Can you hear me?
Kendrick Lamar, better motherfucking New York rap.
No, the greatest of his generation. Come on.
Said the greatest of his generation.
Nah, son.
Yo, put Rory on the phone. I don't know who you are. I don't want to talk to you. Put Rory on the
Bullshit.
phone.
Come on, son.
Get out of
He's
here.
tough, but I'm not gonna give him the greatest of his
Don't be
generation.
on that
Okay, we got a drunk white boy and some drunk, a nondescript nigga. Rory, call me back. Florida boy J.
Rory about to take Rory Mills is taking a nigga home, man. We got to switch gears.
Yeah, who was that that just grabbed the phone?
Rory got a nigga drunk about to take him home and lay him down, man. Rory ain't got.
Peekaboo, we see you. Peekaboo, we see you. The fuck?
Nigga hugged up, switched the phone back and forth.
Yeah, who the fuck was that nigga that grabbed the phone? Nigga, I don't want to talk to you. Some nigga on the street. The fuck? Tara, I got your donation. Hold on, Florida boy J. Tara says Kendrick. Oh, palatable to white folks. Okay. Frank Ross tapping in. Big nigga, pick up 862. Frank, sit tight. I see you. Sit tight, Frank. I'm coming. Okay. Ryan, I got your donation. Thank you, Ryan. KD Dawson, star, pick up 916, big nigga. Okay, sit tight. KD, I got you. Okay, sit tight. Hold on, Daphne. I want to get you on the line. Hold on, Daphne. Okay, who's on the line? Who do we have here?
Hey, this you hear me, sir?
Hey, yeah, who's this?
Hey, this Frank Ross, man.
Frank!
Ebony said hello.
Good, hey, man, good to hear from you. And tell Ebony I said hello.
I got you. She right. She hear you. Check this out, right?
Let's go.
You know I got to call you when we talking about rap.
Let's go.
New York Times, whoever wrote that's all fucking cat.
Let's go.
All that's cat. You know what I'm saying? Tyler, the Creator, is the best artist since 2010. Other than Currency.
Okay.
Those two right there. And that's basically in the conversation. And I'm gonna throw Cole out there for honorable mention.
Right.
But Kendrick, no. Kendrick Lamar has no front to back classic albums. He has a couple of songs on certain albums or whatever that's good and hot. But other than that, he don't have no classic. I'm sick of this. Like, people gotta stop giving these people these Superman capes out here, because it's all cat.
Okay, now hang on a second, Frank. Now we have to talk about criterias, different criterias, not just songs, but we have to look at awards, tours, impact.
Okay.
Impact, hang on. Impact and influence. Impact and influence. And my question earlier, did Kendrick, did he change the game? Did he bring forth a new template or a new model that made people say, I gotta switch it up? Go ahead.
The answer is no, and I agree with Florida Boy J so far as Future is concerned, because I was down Warner Robins, Georgia for 11 months in 2011 when Future first popped off.
Okay.
I didn't listen to Future or nothing until I was down there with the down south dudes, and that's all they played, them and Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, up until now, I have come to respect Future and simply notice that these are all of his children out here. Everybody's trying to rap like him for the last 12 years.
Good point.
Not everybody,
Good
but
point.
at least 85%. New York included.
Good point.
And I'm in New Jersey, so I know what's going on. That's why I can honestly agree with the stuff Florida Boy Jay is saying, and he is in the street because I'm in the street, and we both agree on certain things that he's saying and I'm hearing him saying.
Okay.
So I totally agree.
Okay. Wait, man.
And so far as going to see people in concert, I went to see Tyler. I told you before, the Call Me If You Get Lost tour. It was crazy. There's certain people I won't go see because their stage presence sucks.
Yeah.
I've seen Nas 2 times. I've seen Nas in Atlantic City one time, and I'm going to see him in Madison Square Garden. And I'm sorry because I think I sparked. I ain't gonna say you wasn't gonna say what you was gonna say, but I felt bad when I listened to you on Flex because I asked you that question before you went on the show you went on before. You went on with Flex.
Frank, do not try and take credit, Frank.
All I can do is put my
Frank, don't do that. Frank.
Boy, man.
Frank, slow down. Do not try and take credit, Frank. When I get up on this motherfucking microphone, I go where I want to go. Don't do that, big
I know,
nigga.
that's what I
Don't
said.
do that,
I just
big
said
nigga.
that.
Yeah.
I ain't discredit you with that. I just
sir.
felt like at the end of the day, I was like, damn, I put my head down. As soon as you started going in on him, I'm like, damn. But like you say, everybody could get it. And I wasn't mad at you at all for, not that you cared anything, but I wasn't mad at you at all when you blacked out about it because you was absolutely right. He should have rolled on 21. But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm just
stay with me, Frank, because I appreciate you Spence Skrilla. Salute to Ebony. I have been laying on that nigga Nasir Jones, laying on him.
Because you rolled for him.
I rode for the nigga when he came on the Star and Buck Wild show. Hang on. When he came on the Star and Buck Wild show, I purchased 7 copies of Godson. I gave him the goddamn receipt to show him. We held him down in the mornings because the entire station was riding with Jay-Z. The entire station. Only the Star and Buck Wild show rode with him. I got the Godson placard in the goddamn closet right there. I gave him the receipt to show him, hey, man, I purchased Godson. I didn't get it from the label, nigga. So if anybody had the right to flip on that nigga, it's me. It's me.
Yep.
He got up on the track with the little zesty nigga, Lil Nas X. That was trash. You're shooting bars at Doja Cat, huh? Okay, I didn't say nothing. But then you get up on the track with that goofy nigga, 21 Savage. I had to let him have it. That was a long time coming. You and nobody else had nothing to do with that. Go ahead, Frank.
No doubt.
Go ahead.
No doubt. Now, this is my thing with this whole 21 That track, I didn't like the track either.
Come on.
But we off Nas. Future is definitely in my top 5 and the whole changing the influence of all of it. But my pick is Tyler the Creator and Currency from New Orleans.
Okay.
And that's because of that's because of catalogs and what they've been doing for the last 12 years. And the influence, I went to see Currency over 10 times within the last 12 years, and I went to see Tyler the Creator once.
Whoa, you saw Currency how many times? How many times?
Listen, me and Ebony, if Ebony be with me, we got videos. She can post this on her IG. But I've been there 8 times.
Right.
Houston, California, or everywhere, man. I can't begin to,
Damn, okay.
And that's because he gives me a good show.
Shit.
He gives me a good show. He always got a new record when I go see him. It's crazy.
Okay.
Hey, I've been to 6 Currency concerts myself, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, shit.
He's the GOAT. I got 3 signed Currency shirts. He's the most consistent rapper. He drops a mixtape every month consistently. He's really, if you're really talking about underground rap, whatever you want to talk about, Currency does not get accolades at all. He's really one of them.
Okay.
Now, and I'll rest my case. We can go all day about Covert Coop, a whole bunch of other mixtapes. We'll just chill out right now.
Frank, hey, Frank, good to talk to you, man. Salute, man. I always appreciate your support. Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
No doubt, man. Y'all be easy, man. Shout out to Florida. Be easy.
Thank you. Okay. Don't bring up Nas' name to me, folks, because I'll flip the fuck out. Nobody supported that nigga more than Star and the Star and Buck Wall showing Hot 97, huh? Nigga ran down to Jive 105 talking greasy about Hot 97. And then the Ice Queen got on her J.O.B., Tracy Clarity. She said, oh, really, nigga? Oh, really, nigga? We ain't playing no more music from Columbia. I think he was on Columbia at the time. Hold on, Florida Boy J. You're lucky I can't find the plaque. I would spit on that motherfucker right now, Godson. You know, wait a minute. It might be in the garage. Hold on. Florida Boy J. FBJ, where's he at?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm right here. What's up?
Put you on hold.
I'm
Put you on hold. We about to go viral. Hold on.
Let's.
Folks, I've been going viral. This ain't nothing new to me. Held that nigga down. You had bars for fucking Doja Cat and no bars for that bum-ass nigga 21 Savage. Yeah. See that? See it? Make sure you record this, kids. Record this. I go viral whenever I want to. Spit on that nigga shit. Fuck out of here. Florida Boy J, you there?
Let's go, big news, right?
I just spit on the Godson plaque. Spit on that shit.
Yeah, I watching it live.
Wipe my screen
Going
off,
down
man.
right now.
Wipe my fucking screen off, man. Playing with that nigga tonight, man. Nigga had bars for Doja Cat, but you had nothing for that goofy ass nigga, 21 Savage. They gave that nigga a day in Georgia. The nigga was born over in Africa somewhere, sitting around, you know, where people smell their feet and eat bowls of flies. I'll spit on the motherfucker again. I'm loose like that. Did you see me spit on the Florida Boy J?
Yeah, I'm watching it live right now on mute, making sure we ain't got no feedback, but I definitely. What you mean, did I see it? Nigga, I seen the held up Detroit terrain at the top of the plaque in black with the gold background. I'm sitting there watching the whole thing. Wall-to-wall coverage. Double. Let them know if you can catch it the first time. Let's turn up, man. Turn up. We got Rory. Hey, we got Rory on his Rory Dahmer.
Everybody can get the smoke, nigga.
Right now. We turned up tonight.
Everybody can get the smoke, nigga. Star Report. That's how we do it. Fuck wrong with these niggas, man. Okay. Florida Boy J, you sent me, what is this, some type of complex list? What is this? Why'd you send me this with regards to the discussion?
No, I only that because it just encompasses both the discography that you would probably have to be searching around for. It just has a lot of the bulk information right there, not as far as the list ranking goes, as far as some of the stuff you would have to Google to find, you know.
Okay, let me bring it down a few notches. I'm sipping Stoli. I might black the fuck out. Who's texting me? What's up with Rory, man? Yo, hold on a second. Yo.
And nigga was on his BBC float, man.
Yo, Rory, who was that on the line, man? Rory, who was that just started talking?
Yo, what's up, big dog? What's good?
Who was that started talking? I'm talking to you, and then somebody grabs the fucking
Yo.
phone. Who was that?
That was some random black dude that was on the street. He was young cat. He looked like
Peekaboo, we see you. Peekaboo.
the headphones on. Told him, yo.
But now, hang on a second, Rory. Can you hear? Can you hear me? I know you told me you're hard of hearing, right? You said, "Star, I'm a little hard of hearing," right?
Right.
Okay. Now listen. They're saying Kendrick Lamar is the greatest of his generation, not of all time. The greatest of his generation. Chime in, please.
Sucker shit.
Come on.
Yeah, that's the most sucker shit. Yeah, that's false. That's 100% false. That dude's a sucker. Kendrick Lamar never had a golden album. None of his shit is good as far as I'm concerned. He had some, Humble and all of that. Really? Kendrick Lamar. Like, Kendrick Lamar is better than Buckshot Shorty. Buckshot Shorty will rock that kid in any kind of battle, man. You know what I'm saying? But Kendrick Lamar.
They don't know who Buckshot Shorty is. Tell them. Tell them.
Yeah, you out of your fucking mind. All these cats is out of their mind. FBJ.
Rory, tell them who Buckshot Shorty is. Tell them.
Respectfully. I heard you talk.
Black Moon! Folks, pardon me, Rory is hard of hearing. Rory, you gotta listen, man. You're talking, you're not listening. Tell them who Buckshot Shorty is. Come on. Rory, tell them who Buckshot Shorty is. Can you hear me?
Oh, that's Black Moon.
Black Moon.
That's Black Moon, man.
Yeah.
These cats don't know about Black Moon, Boot Camp Click. They don't know about nothing of that.
Boot Camp Click. My nigga Drew Ha.
Boot Camp Click.
Come on.
Out of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Real dudes out of Brooklyn.
Those are my niggas. Those are my people. My people. I know them personally.
Right. We don't have to get into particulars with New York City when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. He couldn't even wipe or independent artists' shoes. He couldn't even wipe their shoes. I don't give a shit how many albums he sells. I don't care how much they praise him. His lyrics and his flow is garbage.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar is garbage, dude.
Okay.
He's really garbage. The West Coast had nothing. After the game. And this is another prep school kid, high school, Catholic school kid who could, got a couple little rhymes. And what's the story about him? Oh, I've watched he's the West Coast Ja Rule. Kendrick Lamar never did a goddamn day in L.A. County Jail. Rapping about all that gangster shit. He ain't never did one goddamn day in L.A. County Jail. He ain't never been nothing, And he's like, oh, I watched from my porch.
All right, Rory, sit tight. Daphne, are you there? Daphne, can you hang on? Where's Daphne?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, sit tight. We're doing the most tonight, but I'm coming to you next, okay? Sit tight.
Okay.
Okay, that's one of my sponsors, folks. Okay.
Holler my name out.
Rory, back to you, man. Let's go, Rory.
Yeah, Florida Boy J, you better watch your mouth. I don't call your punk ass name out when I come on the line,
Whoa!
man. I don't say nothing about you. Yeah. No, I seen his picture. He had a picture up on there on the community section with a blue suit and he had a matching fuzzy blue hair. Like you got carpet, you You got carpet fuzz.
FBJ, he's talking reckless. Do what you got to do, my nigga. FBJ, do what you got to do. He's talking reckless.
FBJ's a sucker, man.
Rory,
I don't know why he's talking about me. I don't
did-
really mention him, man.
Shit.
Rory, you just put your black boyfriend to bed, the one you just picked up, the switch phones on the line before you hung up. So I don't know why you calling me out talking reckless, my nigga. I'm gonna talk about
I'm a real nigga, FBJ. I walked right up to a black dude on 36th Street. So yo, put this on.
We see you picking up men outside
this shit on. Talk the store.
And
heels.
All right, guys, one at a time. Rory, hold on a second. Let Florida Boy J speak. You called him out. Let him speak.
Okay.
Let him speak.
Okay.
Go ahead, Florida Boy J.
Rory, you're only upset because I called you out for getting caught slipping, calling on Star Report drunk, picking up black guys outside the Irish pub. Now you want to call in and hate on me in Vegas with the hoes showing out doing my thing. It's receipts as proof to see I was with the hoes. I already sent, you know what I'm saying? Niggas see me. We heard you on the line with niggas. So I know what you getting your Rory Dahmer flow on, you get your BBC flow on. I don't know what you got going on tonight, but you need to take that aggression on that boy you just put to bed before you call it back on this line coming to get at me.
Rory, let's go back to Rory. Then I got to bring in one of my sponsors, guys.
Okay, it's
Rory.
my turn.
Yes, sir. It's your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, I never try to bag on him, FBJ, because he's young and he got a podcast. But if truth to be told, if you did this to yourself, homie. If truth to be told, this cat stole my whole style. I gave you your whole style. I birthed you. I made you relevant, bro. When you started on the Star Report. Yeah, when you started on the Star Report, you were pro-black. You didn't know nothing. All of a sudden, after Rory come on the line for 3 or 4 months, now you turned up. Now you turned up against immigrants. Now you turned up against everybody else, and you all on some FBA shit. But when I first linked in, you were on some you were retarded, and you were like a total Democrat. You were on some Colin Kaepernick shit, and all of a sudden you turn wild. You stole my whole. You trying to bite off my whole style. So you a sucker. You got to bite off a white boy style. I know you got insider tips in the back page from Star and shit to try and sound like you fly and stuff. But if people been on the show for a while, they remember you were real succulent. You was a real succulent rainbow warrior down there in the armpit of Florida. Yeah, no, man. And all of a sudden you get gangster on the. No,
telling
man,
me how to move on the internet, nigga.
You biting off a white boy.
Stop
biting off a white boy, man.
You ain't saying these things on me, nigga. I came in. I taught about 8 bodies
you quit my whole style.
That's what happened on.
Okay, Rory, let him respond. You spoke, Rory. Let's let Florida Boy J respond, please. Let him respond. Go ahead, Florida Boy J.
Like I said, I'm never gonna let no whitey try to take credit for how I move on this line. Niggas knew I took out about 8 people, including Rory, on this show. Rory's not the only one who got bodied. He just keeps coming back on the line to remind you niggas he was one of the headshots that was a casualty of mine. My whole flow is my flow. Niggas know how I get down. I give you niggas the facts. If I'm wrong, I come out here and say it. If I'm not, it is what it is. Niggas rock with me because I'm FBJ, and it's unquestioned. That's why you talking to me right now. That's why you talking to me tonight.
Okay.
Rory.
All right.
Rory,
you guys had an exchange. Thank you for tapping in, man. I appreciate you, Rory.
Yeah, it's all good. FBJ was all yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. If you go back to when he first started out, after Rory got on the line, all of a sudden he tried to try.
Okay,
come on, man.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Your dreads smell like sauerkrauts, bro. I told you that shit already.
Okay, Rory,
man.
thank you, man.
You a sucker.
Okay, Rory tapping in. FBJ, can you hold on a second? I got to go to PayPal.
Hey, do your thing. We chilling.
Okay, people are respecting the show. I appreciate that. Guys, at the top of the live chat is the PayPal information if you want to make a contribution. Your donations are tax deductible, okay? Or there's Cash App on the screen right down here somewhere, okay? My Sicilian Cuzzo Star, get that Nigerian moolie off the line. He needs to worry about the mammies in his family bucking to the royal family. Salute to that Crip. Okay, whoever that is, I don't know who that is, but thank you, my Sicilian cousin. Big nigga 22 tapping in. That irrelevant hoe needs to stop capping. Who is this? Trash head. Okay. Game is super duper trash. Ash Cash is better on the pipe. Okay. Hashtag overhype slore. Hashtag rappers are simps. Okay. Troll father, R.I.P. Sinful the P. I'm not with the aspects of having a bitch sell pussy, but that nigga was spitting bars. I'm hurt. Yeah, man, I'm really taken back here. If this is true, he was a good guy. We spoke on the phone a few times. He knew I respected his platform. R.I.P. You know, if anybody can send me emails with regards to the reports. The reports are saying Simple the P has passed away. Holy shit. Big Aki tapping in. Hang on a second. Big Aki says, I got to agree with the Juicy Fruit J. Future changed the game. And hold on a second. Whoa. Future changed the game. What the fuck? Guys, hold on a second. I'm not having trouble with my goddamn screen. Future changed the game. And would have to say Chief Keef and Dirk as well with the drill movement. Absolutely. Who else are you forgetting, though, Big Aki, with regards to drill rap? Lil Reese. Florida Boy J, you know about Lil Reese, right? Where's he at?
Yeah, I know about Lil Reese. I know about Lil Reese to them. I know about, a 600 breed. All them niggas, but that's like trying to give, and props to OJ the Juice, man, but it's like a lot of niggas who came up on a certain wave that kind of fell off, but we still got to give them their props.
I was more so talking about Chief Keef because Big Aki mentioned,
definitely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, Chief Keef is influential. He definitely
Young Chop, you know.
Yep.
Anyway,
for sure.
All right, and
Lil JoJo for sure.
Yeah, man, shit yeah. Big Ike also says, and Drake went raw in a porn star, so this ain't hard to believe. That nigga a smooth simp, and fuck that ashy, ashy Akon, and his velvet hairpiece. Okay, and I read Troll Fathers. Okay, I got to get my sponsor in here. Hang on a second, 803. Where is Daphne? Hey, Daphne, are you there?
Hello.
Good evening. Thank you.
I am. How are you?
Being patient. I'm so sorry. We're having a silly show tonight. On the screen right now, folks, at Credit-Ology 101 on YouTube. Yes, Daphne?
Yes, that is correct.
You have the
I am
floor.
doing well. I want to thank you for I want to thank you and the Troll Babies for coming over and subscribing.
Nice.
When they come over, they comment and say that they're a Troll Baby. And so, yeah.
Let's go.
So thank you guys so much for that, for the love and the subs. And so, nice. Just calling in to promote my YouTube channel, Creditology 101 LLC. Mm-hmm. I am migrating over from Facebook. I'd been there for 3 years. Again, I have a pretty large following over there, right. And I decided to migrate over to YouTube. And so that's what I'm currently doing, and I have several cool videos that they can check out currently that tells you how to get hard inquiries removed in 24 hours or less, how to get collections and charge-offs removed by something that's called an early exclusion. Mm-hmm. And then I also have a credit repair DIY application that I just released. It's a software released a couple months ago.
Okay. And also, folks, if you need any type of consultation, Daphne is available. She's very, very hands-on. You and I have spoken about a plethora of things with regards to repairing credit, building credit. I would like to ask you tonight with regards to, let's just say when you go into Experian and they have credit card recommendations, is it wise to take the lead or the advice of the credit card recommendations, because some of them have the very high, what do you call it, the AP, I forget, what is it, is APR? What is
the
that?
APR.
APR. Some of the APRs are kind of high. Is it wise to pursue those credit card recommendations? Let's just say for Experian, please, Daphne.
I would say yes and no, right? If you are someone who has bad credit, then you have to rebuild your credit. And so to rebuild your credit, unfortunately, it comes with high APR. It generally comes with a card that may have a annual rate, a annual fee that you have to pay annually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so yes, it's, good to do it if you're rebuilding or someone who had bad credit and maybe not have any credit. And so, yes, you will be on the higher end. But if you're somebody with a good credit score, then it's probably not, their suggestions aren't probably going to be one that you may want to take. Also, because they do get, they're affiliates, right? So whenever they suggest a card to a consumer, they get affiliate marketing fees. And so, no shame. And hey, we all do it. I do it too. So, but just, they're suggesting cards. I will say that Credit Karma just got sued for that. You go on there and they say you're pre-approved and you're pre-approved for this card. When people go on, they apply for it, they get hit with a hard inquiry as well as they get denied. And so they were doing that to a lot of people, and they recently got sued. And so now that's why, I don't know if you've seen the commercial where they're saying, if you don't get approved, then we'll give you your money back. So that's where that.
Right. Now, hang on a second, if I can jump in here, Daphne. Okay, so let's say you take advantage of one of the recommendations through Experian. And for those who don't know, you have Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, the big three. So you take advantage of one of the credit cards, and let's say it's 28%, the APR. After a year, is it wise, if you have, built up your credit score a little higher, is it wise to keep that credit card and to keep paying that yearly fee, or should you close that account down? What is more practical and wise to do after a year?
Great question. So I always suggest never closing a credit card. If you decide that you no longer want to use it, never close it out, because it's helping with your credit age.
Okay.
And so it could also be helping with your utilization as well. And so when you close it, you no longer have access to those bucket of points. Now, with the higher APRs, let's say you had a lower credit score when you got the card, and then now you're in the 700s. A lot of people don't realize that you can actually call the credit card company and say, hey, my scores are better. I think that I qualify for a lower rate, and they will give you a lower rate.
Right. I want to ask you another question, Daphne, with regards to what you do. And again, folks, on the screen, you can contact Daphne at Credit-ology 101 on YouTube. Do you do anything special for, like, fellas? Do you try to work with men? And let's keep it real. There's a lot of guys who are married and they do not follow up on credit. They let wifey do everything. Do you have classes for men only? Because a lot of these guys, they learn the hard way after they get separated, divorced. They don't know their ass from their elbow. And they need somebody like you to walk them through the steps to become more just astute and aware of credit. Do you do anything for fellas only?
I do not, but however, I'm always looking for new things and new opportunities.
Yeah.
And so I definitely will make a note of that. I will say it's interesting because my following, and I will thank you for that. And so if you see me implementing that, just know that it was Star inspired.
Yeah.
But I will say it's funny that on Facebook, my following in my private Facebook group is more women.
Okay.
But on YouTube, my following is more men.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of surprised by that. My following is, I think, 80-something% men.
Okay.
Which I was blown away by that. So that there's definitely a space on YouTube to kind of tie into that.
Yeah.
And so I definitely will look at implementing that. And I did want to mention, Star, I wanted to ask you, I guess, in other words, if you knew that credit repair is illegal in the state of Georgia. I know you are in Georgia, so I wanted to see if you knew that.
Well, technically, I'm not a Georgia resident, so,
Okay.
I don't necessarily pay attention to something like that. But with regards to credit repair, listen, my mother, a very educated Italian woman back in the 70s, taught me how to wash my clothes, how to separate the colors from the whites at a very early age. Taught me and my older brother how to cook. She said, "Listen, I'm in school for my master's. You have to learn these things." She taught me about credit, so I've stayed on top of credit and all these other things, just naturally. You know what I'm saying? So, so I do reach out to TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. If there's something that should not be on my credit report, I file a dispute. But with regards to Georgia, with regards to Georgia, I'm not a Georgia resident per se. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that you were actually a Georgia resident, but a lot of people don't realize that credit repair is illegal in the state of Georgia.
Okay.
And so oftentimes I get people ask me, well, do you work, do I take on clients who are in Georgia? And I'm like, absolutely not, because they will sue. The state of Georgia will sue you, and a lot of people have gotten sued and closed down for running illegal operations, credit repair operations in Georgia. But I will mention Georgia is the only state that has made credit repair illegal. Now, so there are certain ways that you can go get around that. And one is that you have to repair your credit yourself. You have to either hire an attorney, or you have to be working with a realtor or mortgage broker, or hire a nonprofit organization. Those are the only ways that you can actually repair your credit in the state of Georgia, which is why I like my DIY software as an option, because I have a lot of people who are in Georgia. But so people say, well, I paid someone to do, they always ask me, it never fails, are you sure? And because I paid, Boo Boo, the Bozo the Clown, or whomever, I paid them, and they're in Georgia to do my credit.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, look them up.
Well, listen, I want people to go to your platforms, starting with your YouTube channel, and subscribe, folks, at Credit-Ology 101. Daphne is she's available, and again, she does consultations, and she's got a Facebook page that is popping. Daphne, thank you for tapping in, and your banner is in rotation at the end of the show in the music that plays. Okay, just so that you'll know.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for your troll babies. I appreciate them, and they're always a good time. I never forget in the comment section. I think when I first got on, someone said I had and I have a great sense of humor, but someone said I sound like I had a chicken leg up my pants or something. And so I got a kick out of that. So, but thank you to the troll babies. It's all in love.
As long as you get the traffic, you just want that traffic. That's the most important thing. All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Good to talk to you, Daphne.
Bye.
Take care. Bye now. All right. Florida Boy Jay, sit tight, sir. Sit tight, Florida Boy Jay. Let's get Daphne. Okay. FBJ, I'm going to finish up with you, sir, because I'm about to go left on some other bullshit. Kendrick Lamar, according to New York Times Magazine, the greatest rapper of his generation. Your final thoughts, FBJ, make sure you promote your platform as well, please.
Yeah, my final thoughts is that's cap. I disagree with it. I'm never going to accept any type of hip-hop credentials from a New York Times or some of these other platforms who want to come around with their token black journalist and ask him, hey, Jamal, who do you think has the dopest album? Write an article in 12 minutes. And then he writes some flim-flam, and they throw it Twitter, and then we all start arguing bigger and over it. So, no, it's Future and it's Drake. Anybody else outside of that, it's cap because you're not outside.
Wow.
And that's what I got to say about that.
Hey, man, I appreciate...
And for my platform...
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Perspectives and Facts podcast, episode 44. We're going to be going live tomorrow around like 8:39. It's going to be up. I'm dropping 2-3 clips a day. We're running the numbers up. People are liking. Everybody's commenting. They like how we're dropping the clips. People are calling in. It's a dope platform. So go to Florida Boy J on YouTube. Subscribe to the platform. We're going to be going live, and about 3 clips are going to be dropping tomorrow before we go live. So thank you.
Thank you, man. Good to talk to Florida Boy J. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, folks, this is the Star Report, and we spit together, you and I, on the Godson plaque tonight. Old nigga Star be doing the most. I'm so tired of going viral, but I had to tonight. I had to. Nigga doing tracks with the little zesty Lil Nas X. Doing tracks with 21 Goofy, but yet and still you had bars for Doja Cat. Anybody want to buy this motherfucker? Huh? Presented to Troy Star Terrain from Hot 97 to commercial. Here you go. Read that shit. I spit on this motherfucker. Got me all the way fucked up. Huh? Naomi, I got your donation. Thank you, darling. She says, R.I.P. Simple the P. Yeah, oh my goodness. But what happened? How did he pass away? Shit. Kevin Samuels? Simple the P? Shit. This old nigga Star pushing 60, had a liver transplant, on that powder for a decade from 81 to 91, and this nigga's still alive. Folks, Drake says, according to his IG page, Champagne Poppy, with regards to the female who claims he flew her out and had raw sex. Hold on a second. I'm not gonna put her name on the screen. Drake says, never met, never spoke, never flew. I hope people start doing more with the one life we are given. Shit is sad out here. No, it's not sad out here, nigga. This is what the fuck we do. We promote the bullshit. What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Shit is sad. Purveyor of profound bullshit. That's who I am. Proud bottom feeder. You come on in here and get yourself some low-hanging fruit from the Star Report. That's what the fuck we do, nigga. Shit is sad out here. Fuck is you talking about? trick ass nigga. Sam Crook, I got your donation. Salute. KD Dawson. Okay, where are you on the line, sir? 916. KD Dawson, my nigga, are you there? KD.
Yes, sir. How are you?
All right, stay with me, big nigga.
Yes, sir.
I'm sipping. Just
You hear
sit
me?
tight. Yeah, sit tight. I'm sipping. Sit tight. I got you,
Yep.
big nigga. I got you, bang.
Yes, sir.
Somebody says Kanye West has been missing for weeks. I'll get to that shit later. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, I got your donation. Who is this? West Side comment? Okay, if you have not sent a donation, do not send me fucking emails like I'm your friend. Do not send me emails like I'm your fucking friend. Hold on a second. Bernard, I got your donation. 678. Sit tight. Okay, you're live, big nigga. Where do you want to go, man? I thank you for being patient. Where do you want to go? KD.
Yeah. First off, is Florida Boy Jay still on the line?
No, he had to go handle some business. What's cracking, man? What's cracking?
This nigga's insane, bro. I've been on hold for an hour because Future nowhere near Kendrick Lamar caliber. Period. Non-negotiable.
Let's go.
That makes no sense. And number one, like, dude, Kendrick Lamar, when it comes to like anyone that's actually trying to fight the Matrix, dude, his lyrics are real hip hop. Like him, J. Cole, they're in a category completely by themselves. You know what I mean? The fentanyl rap, the drug rap, that's separate. So just to hear that nigga say that was insane. I'm happy Rory ate him up a little bit, but then he lost his mind. He called Kendrick a Catholic. I'm so upset with the show today, but I love it. But those two niggas have lost their mind. That's all I really got.
Okay, now hang on a second. Stay with me. I'm trying to be objective.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Kendrick Lamar has put in that work. He's a craftsman. I can't disrespect Kendrick Lamar. He is a craftsman. And I like the fact that he's not heavy on social media. But me personally, I would go with J. Cole over Kendrick. And I would even say that the OVO trick, Drizzy, a.k.a. Drake, has changed the game. He changed it. I don't think Kendrick changed the game. Am I wrong?
I mean, I think Kendrick has changed the game for people that, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to become a rapper, so a lot of the things they've done haven't inspired me that way. But in the day-to-day life and survival, Kendrick and J. Cole, besides just being able to talk to bitches or something like that, they have literally given you blueprints all throughout their raps, like the greatest pioneers in hip-hop have always done. That's what hip-hop is. You leave something, it's like messaging for the future generations and whatnot. But I would take J. Cole. I would take J. Cole or Kendrick, as long as it's not anyone else besides...
Hang on, sir. Hang on. You sent a nice donation. Never mind what the fuck Star said. How old are you?
27.
Okay. This is your conversation. Never mind what old nigga Star said. Did Kendrick Lamar change the game? Yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Because the only other direction is to be a Future or to be that. So any hope of real hip hop and real messaging is in the future is because of K. Dot and J. Cole.
Okay.
Like Future in his prime right now is rapping about fentanyl.
Never mind Future, never mind J. Cole. Educate old nigga Star. How did Kendrick Lamar change the game? I want to be educated, please. How did he change it?
I mean, his storytelling, the path. I mean, I don't know. I connect with Kendrick Lamar on a spiritual level, you know what I mean, lyrically. And so I can't really say, like, I just know, obviously, he's taken real messaging that could affect black people in a positive way, and he's brought it to the radio. He's brought it to the fucking Pulitzer Prize. He's took it pretty far. You know what I mean? He's not just like...
Kendrick Lamar has crossed over, sir, not just black people. He has transcended.
Of course.
To
Every
Caucasians, not just black people. Come on, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. No, you're right. But for me, it's just like hip hop is one of our crafts, and therefore, if it's been hijacked, I stay true to Kendrick Lamar is very important for us.
Florida Boy Jay just sent me a text and said, "Is that hoe ass nigga even black?" That's a Florida Boy.
Man,
Jay.
bring that silly nigga.
Say again. Hello?
Bring his ass on.
Florida Boy Jay.
Yeah, I'm here. My bad. My
okay,
headphones
Florida
dropped.
Boy Jay. He just said, "Call in." Are you black, sir? Are you black?
Yes, sir.
Hold on, I'm texting him right now because we with the shits tonight. Hold on a second. Hold on. You said bring that silly nigga in. Shit. The fuck?
And I love the nigga, but he lost his mind.
No, don't try and now all of a sudden talking about you love him. You called him silly. Sit tight. He's with the shits. That's a Jacksonville nigga. Sit tight. Stay there. Charles Barkley, I got your donation. R.I.P. full of hate. Hate is enough. Coke thoughts at 3 a.m. Yellow Jesus, White Boy Jason, and Mike from Boston. Okay, thank you for your donation. 45 below, wise, intelligent. Oh, that was my nigga. From Poor Righteous Teachers would run circles around Kendrick lyrically. Kendrick is overrated 100%. Poor Righteous Teachers. What was the name of that song? Shaquilla, my queen. Dude, they had the beat before Tupac. If memory serves me correctly. Troll Babies, yes, no? Florida Boy Jay, sit tight. Old nigga Star may not know every fucking track or producer, but Poor Righteous Teachers, Shaquilla, my queen. Hold on, what year was that? You got me going here, Poor Righteous Teachers. What year was that? Shaquilla. 1990. And when did Tupac come out? Keep your head up. Okay, Poor Righteous Teachers, the song Shaquilla, repping Jersey. Keep your head up. Old nigga banging them keys kind of hard. When did Keep Your Head Up come out? 1992. Tupac was a thief. Any real niggas in that live chat? Poor Righteous Teachers came out with Shaquilla. 1990. Tupac came out 2 years later with Keep Your Head Up. Florida Boy J, this nigga talking crazy. Are you on the line, sir? FBJ. Don't play with these niggas tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm on. First of all, this nigga talking about he's been waiting an hour to talk to me, then start talking about, oh, I love him, and then starts giggling. Like, what type of, this ain't no dating hotline, nigga. You calling on the line, talking about Kendrick Lamar is the most influential, then when Star asks you what has he influenced, you ain't even out here rapping no bars, trying to keep the Kendrick spirit alive. Obviously, you ain't outside either, my nigga. Obviously, you ain't going to no festivals. You ain't got no money going to no concerts. You ain't with no bad bitches either. You ain't dressing clean. You ain't outside for real. You just another nigga with your backpack resenting motherfuckers with money. You're one of these old, broke, fake hip-hop purists who resent niggas getting they shine on. That's all this conversation is really about, if you want to be honest. It's about the niggas who sat on the front of the bus in school and the niggas that sat in the back of the bus. You niggas who sat in the front, you bet not cross that middle passage where you could get kicked out just in case the bus goes sideways. You was one of them niggas. You was one of the niggas got your pockets ran in the locker room. That's why you on here talking about Kendrick Lamar, one of your favorite rappers, J. Cole. All these niggas inspires you to do nothing but be a worker. You ain't outside. You ain't getting no money. You ain't sliding on no hoes. That's why you want to listen to Kendrick, and you like these white publications and Star kept asking you to give us some credentials, give us some stats, give us some type of proof of concept why we should believe that Kendrick can't even beat the argument that I made for Future. You couldn't say nothing besides he inspires you to do everything but what he's doing right now. So what are we really talking about?
Well, that was colorful and magical. That was awesome. First off, nigga, I have my own company. I run a branding agency, number one. So, probably I'm way up than you are, most likely. But the real fact is, yeah, I've been on this line for an hour. My argument was very went down because I was tired, but it's just simple. Kendrick is better. I don't think your argument with Future really meant anything. He did mixtapes. He's been in the game for a while. That's awesome, but that doesn't mean anything compared to, like, you're talking about this generation of hip hop. What is hip hop? Why do we like hip hop? Do you think the evolution of hip hop is fentanyl rap? If you think that is, I'm sorry, I don't stand by it. I don't have a whole pitch and spill as to why, but I just would assume and I would pray that there's people that would get what I'm talking about. Like Kendrick and Cole are by far, like, those are hip hop rappers. They get, like, everything else is really trends.
Okay, first of all, still don't think you confirmed if you're black or white. Second of all, sir, every time we keep having this conversation, we can name countless little rappers, the rappers, all these new rappers coming in the game are literally carbon copies of trying to be Future or their best rendition of Future. I can't name you 5 next J. Cole's. I can't name you 3 next Kendrick Lamar's because nobody wants to beat them niggas. I'm telling you, when Friday night comes around, 7, 8, 9 p.m., nobody's cutting on no Kendrick getting in the whip. Nobody's cutting on no J. Cole getting in the whip. We putting that Future Hendrix on. We putting on that Dirty Sprite, and we slide on the hose and we spending money. I don't know what you do at your time, sir. But like I said, I'm outside. The other caller told you. You can't give me any facts or any stats to back up your argument, other than the fact that you personally like
and
it.
your definite argument is that you're sliding.
Are we talking about
music
emotionalism
and getting hosed? That's my pure point, brother. Messaging. Hip-hop messaging, bro, is not what they're spinning. It's literally Kendrick and J. Cole are literally studiers of what hip-hop was.
What are they telling us?
You
need a guide on how to be black that's how you're white. Because you need a guide on how to be black from one biracial nigga and another dark-skinned midget. You need a guy. You can just be able to be like, you know what, these guys make cool music, but guess what? It's a time and a place for this. When I'm riding on a solo trip, I'm on a road trip, I need to go work my little 9 to 5. That's cool. That's popping. But you know, when you outside, like that caller said, when you in the streets, when you on the block, when you talking to these hoes, when you in the building, when you outside for real, at the bars, whatever, we playing that Future. It's not a game, and you know it's not a game. Why you playing talking about how you feel? It's not about how you feel.
In the garage. Tell Nas I'm done with him, because I got this. Can you see it? Can you see that, kids? Tell Nas I'm done. And he better hope when I come back up in New York, February the 1st, they better not offer me 7 figures, because I'm going to come back in New York straight shitting on niggas. I got this right here. 12 Babies, can you see that? That's the greatest ever. That's why Harlem is now known as South Yonkers.
Solo number 1 album.
Yes, he has 5 solos.
Pardon me, I'm doing too much.
So Future has more solo number 1 albums than Kendrick. So what are we talking about? Kendrick has more output. I mean, Future has more output, and he outsells them. So what are we talking about, bro?
New York niggas got me fucked up.
The messaging, bro, they definitely gonna promote fentanyl.
It's not about the message.
That would uplift.
Kids want fentanyl. I'm sorry to break it to you, sir. The kids want fentanyl, man. The babies want fentanyl, man. The babies want the fentanyl. They want the Molly. They don't want to be pro-black with a.
Send me $500 for the Godson. I want that out of my fucking house. Send me $500 Cash App. That shit's out of here.
I can't argue
all right, guys, I gotta go. Thank you for tapping in. I forgot your name, sir, but thank you. And FBJ, thank you for calling back, man.
Yep,
thank you, guys.
You. Great show.
Thank you.
Okay.
That nigga must have thought something was sweet, Nas, huh? Think you can just slip through the cracks and do whatever the fuck you want to do in hip hop. Folks, this show is it's off the rails tonight. I know it is. Bernard, I got your donation. Where are you, sir? Are you on the line? Bernard, is that you? Can you sit tight? Sit tight, Bernard.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sit tight. Okay. All right, nobody gives a fuck about Corinne Steffens capping, claiming she's pregnant. This bitch is like 49 years of age. She's claiming this 33-year-old chef. I'm not going to say his name, but his full name, but his first name is Kwame. This guy's not fucking with an old rundown bitch like Corinne Steffen. She's up on the gram with a fucking pregnancy test. You're a lying nigger, bitch. You're a lying nigger, bitch. You're trash. You walked off the Star and Buckwild show in shame. Dame Dash helped you tell on niggas. And she's claiming she's pregnant. Who gives a fuck, all right? Okay, I spoke to KD Salute, man. Thank you for calling in, KD. KD, I'm sipping, man. Pardon me, but thank you. Let me just say salute, okay? What a sloppy show tonight. What a sloppy show. Blade, I got your donation. Okay. The Black Sam from Rochester. Salute, salute, salute. Punch Kyle. Rory is talking like he's supposed to, okay? Morehouse Entertainment. I don't do $3 donations. Get the fuck out of here with a $3 donation. I'm that nigga. For real, for real. Hey, man, thank you for being patient. You have the floor, sir. Thank you for your support. Where do you want to start?
Thank you, good sir. I wanted to just deep dive into Kendrick Lamar, the Old Time magazine.
Okay.
Considering I don't want to talk about the promiscuity of the. I was about to go in on Kendrick. Come on. When it come in on Kendrick Lamar, when you start looking at if he's the greatest of the generation. And honestly, I would believe so, but due to the fact that we're talking about, sales, influence, since we're still talking about Future, sure, he influenced and is trendsetting the culture of drug music, promiscuity, club music. How can we move past that, which is also causing violence in the streets with the rap music, to move forward into console music that is influencing the soul?
Well, hang on a second, sir. I appreciate you being patient, number one. The Future argument was brought in by Florida Boy Jay. I don't want you to think that that's something we have to address. I want to hear your thoughts. Never mind me. Never mind Florida Boy Jay. What are your thoughts? Is Kendrick Lamar the greatest of his generation? Please.
Right now, I agree, due to the fact that every time when Kendrick Lamar drops a product or an album, everybody is always waiting for it, like it's the New Testament, like it's the new religion to come to the music atmosphere.
Okay.
There are different artists that can compare to him.
Okay.
I believe Denzel Curry from Florida. When I listen to his albums, Melting Eyes, it comes off and you feel it more than Kendrick. But then when you start listening to the song Count Me Out, you feel that. Okay. Because if we talk about dudes in the streets that's going through certain issues with themselves, Kendrick Lamar is talking to you and giving that voice out there, especially when he played N95 at a fashion show, literally playing a song, making a parody of the fashion that's coming through. So he's giving that atmosphere of not only trend setting, but being invisible, just like a Dave Chappelle in comedy.
Good point.
All he's doing is
good point. Come on.
So when we start looking to the aspect of what Kendrick Lamar is, he's the best of both worlds. Especially being in the same energy as Nipsey Hussle. He could talk that street shit, and he did. But not talking about doing that work. I'm not saying he's banging, but he spoke on it in the same vision of his homies. Now he's trying to talk about the homie needing to heal. You banged and everything, but now it's time to heal. This is what there are insecurities on this album. This is what I went through. So, what direction are we really going to go? Are we going to keep going the direction of the gutter, or are we going to bring back real hip-hop back the way Wu-Tang was,
Good point.
the way KRS was, Rakim is. Where are we going?
If I can just say this, I'm respecting everything you've said, and take your time. You have the floor. I don't think that anything is ever really going to come back. You have to look forward down the road, and you have to enhance what you have. Does that make sense? You have to enhance what you have.
Yes, sir, because
you mentioned Rakim and KRS-One. Those were your architects, not just pioneers, but architects, and they did a phenomenal job. But we have to now look not just down the road, but around the corner. So finish up. I'm appreciating what you're saying about Kendrick Lamar, and hey, I'm not gonna say, he shouldn't be crowned the greatest of his generation. Me personally, I like J. Cole, but you're making some very valid points. Continue, please.
Thank you. So when it comes down to we need more people that can create, just like how you're bringing up Tyler Creator. We need more creators,
right?
No pun intended. We need more artistry. When you look at his music video on Count Me Out,
right,
literally a demonstration of a man evolving and spilling his heart out. How many people can do that? Not many can in reality, but, lyrically, I believe his competition is, like I said, Denzel Curry, Jid, J. Cole, but Kendrick Lamar done ran the season since, the last time he did a halftime show.
Okay.
With All Right and Be Humble and all of these things. He was literally the wave of black people moving forward, the anthem for it. Drake is not the anthem. Well, I know you're saying just focus on Kendrick, but, just try and use examples. Who other is the anthem of black people moving forward? Because you got the face of black people moving forward being Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, but who is that face in hip-hop moving forward of today? And you got so few.
Do you have a favorite song by Kendrick Lamar? Favorite song?
Favorite song? I already said Count Me Out because that touches me in the sense of understanding depression and who I am as an individual evolving. But
not that you have to have a favorite song. I'm just asking because if someone were to ask me about my favorite band, Rush, who I've seen live 28 times live, I don't have a favorite song. Their catalog means so much to me. Different songs at different periods of my life. I don't have a favorite Rush song, but I'm just asking. As far as Kendrick Lamar, I think of thus far of his catalog, the song that I like the most is All the Stars. I really, really like that song. You know that track?
It was on that Black Panther album?
You tell me, sir, with SZA, who's from New Jersey. That sexy bitch. All the Stars.
Oh, who is you talking about?
Yeah.
Yes, especially on that Control album. Even though she's on that You Broke My Heart, I'm going to hurt you, nigga. But when you see that Ebony Goddess right there, this posed up, thick thighs, afro, look. Okay, yeah. We talking business.
Yeah, okay.
Talking business.
Hey, man, thank you for your patience and your donation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, good sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay. We're talking about Kendrick Lamar tonight. We're having a good conversation, According to New York Times Magazine, the greatest of his generation. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I would choose J. Cole. I think Drake changed the game, but I'm just that's just me. Blade tapping in. The nigga that grabbed the phone from Rory was his boo Brittany, who was formerly known as Brit. Hey Rory, hey girl. Okay. Luke Caney tapping in. Where is Luke Caney? Got some good calls tonight. I don't see Luke Caney. Luke Caney, thank you, man, but I picked up too late. Thank you, Luke Caney, okay? Gregory, I'm just a square, but Kendrick Lamar, ? I don't know, okay? Okay, someone sent in a $1 donation. Go fuck yourself. Don't you ever send me a $1 donation. You're probably a loser. Rondell got your donation. Thank you. For Pusha T. No, Pusha T is not in the category of the greatest. Oh my God. Oh my God. Pusha T has really manifested over the years. But for anybody who remembers, for anybody who cares, I used to hate the clips back in the days. I just thought that they were trash. Rory, I got your other donation. Thank you, Rory. Okay. Thank you. Something about Star on the Star Report podcast. Hey, listen. Thank you. But Star doesn't belong on any list, whether it be top 5, top 10. The only list that Star should be on is the Who's Your Daddy list. Troll babies, can you feel me? Never mind the top 5, radio, whatever, however. The only list that Star should be on in whatever, radio, media, is the Who's Your Daddy list. Number 5, Star. Number 4, Star. Number 3, Star. Number 2, Star. And the number 1 on the Who's Your Daddy list is Star. I'm your daddy, and I love all of you. And your daddy doesn't play with kids. He's proud of you. That's why your daddy will never say you stole from me. Your daddy wants you to be influenced by him. Don't waste your time putting Star on any type of list. Star is bigger than any fucking list. I'm being real. Your daddy, why would you put your daddy on a list with your friends? Go with your friends. Go with the newer generation coming up, huh? Don't put Star on a list. There's only one list for Star. Who's your daddy, Star? The most influential. All right. Hold on a second. Greatest rapper of the generation. Okay, sir, where's your donation? Do not send me emails as if I fucking know you. Send in a donation. I don't have friends. I don't fuck with niggas like that in the industry. Okay, Blade says on the Star Report, everybody can get the smoke except... Oh, okay, he's talking crazy. Thank you, Blade. Blade, I just spit on the Godson plaque tonight. I just spit on the Godson plaque tonight. And they're trying to get me back up in New York. I'm not going to say who. You know? New York doesn't want to see me right now because I got nothing but smoke for niggas up in New York. For real, for real. Sugar got your donation. Kendrick is the GOAT for us. Enough said. Okay. Shug, I really like the award show performances by Kendrick Lamar. I will say that. The execution and the way that the the thought process, if I'm saying that right, with regards to Kendrick Lamar over the years in the award shows, because for the most part, award shows are contrived. You know what to expect. It's going to be something just to showcase the song, some dancers, just some bullshit. Kendrick Lamar's performances at award shows over the decade have been very well executed. Thank you for your donation, Shug, okay? KD says, my third Cash App, I got to get in. Okay, we just spoke to you, sir. Thank you, KD. Thank you so much, man, for being patient. Ali. Okay, DJ Pooh. Where are you, my nigga? Pooh Nasty. What up, baby? Where's Pooh Nasty? Hold on a second. 979. Pooh Nasty, where are you? Call in now, please. 979. I don't see you. Did we speak? I'm sipping. Where is Pooh Nasty? 209. Is that my nigga Randy? Is that Randy tapping in? Randy.
Yo, what up, Star?
Okay, Randy,
Yo, what up?
Sit tight. I'm looking for Pooh Nasty. Where's my nigga at? Okay, Pooh Nasty, I'm looking for your number in the queue. Randy, my nigga, what's cracking? My Dominican nigga. What's cracking, man?
What's up?
Let's talk about
What's
it.
up, Ali Kwan?
Let's go. That's right. Put some respect on my fucking name. Ali Kwan, you fucking Dominican. What's cracking, man?
I got a list for you. You're most likely to die on the job.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go.
That's the list I got. You're going to die on this mic, giving us what we need.
Right.
That ether.
Right.
That real ether.
That real shit. Let's go.
I used to say back in the early days of hip hop, kick that real shit, Star. I agree with you. I just don't want to agree with you, but yeah, J. Cole is more suitable for that title of
greatest of his
generation because he has a higher quality catalog. Kendrick Lamar's catalog is very limited because he wants his work to speak for himself, so he doesn't really just rap with anybody. So he hinders himself with that by putting out so little music and taking so long to make what people will call masterpieces. Even though this last album came and went, it only had a handful of good songs. And I think the New York Times gave him this because he pandered to the LGBTQ on his album with a song saying, my auntie's a man now, which turned me off from the album. I was listening to it while I was working and stuff, and I had to listen to it again because you're trying to kick that, my auntie's a man now, and that's why my uncles hate him, like trying to say that men are jealous of his dyke auntie. Like, I wouldn't understand that world because I don't have a transgender aunt. So I thought he was pandering. I even thought like he'll finally get like a Grammy for this one.
Here's a criteria that must be put into this list of Kendrick Lamar being the greatest rapper of his generation. Who the bitches want to fuck? J. Cole, Drake, or Kendrick? Let me say that again. Who do most bitches want to fuck?
Drake, because he's a simpleton. He's a simp. So if he could get a
No. J. Cole. Most females would choose to fuck J. Cole over Drake. Drake's a trick. Or
that's why women would choose him. Women love tricks, in my opinion.
Well, I'm not talking about who's going to give them something. It's just who would most women want to fuck? It's just a raw slut session.
I'll say, again, I'll have to go with Drake. He's champagne poppy.
Okay.
He's addicted to the vagina, and that's why women like it, because he's an addict. He falls on his knees to the pussy.
Okay.
A woman doesn't want an intellectual, because a man with intellect will be rational and will turn down the pussy. You know, you only sleep with low mileage cooch. A person like Drake sleeps with high mileage cooch. He invites all sorts of scallywags into his bedroom. You know, a lot of sucky buses and emotional vampires get the company of Drake. You know, as with a J. Cole, he's married, he has a family, he's very intimate with his personal life. He doesn't share that with the world. Okay. As with Drake, he hoards out his relationship with his son, his porn star baby mother. All of this stuff is now in front of us to consume.
Okay.
And women are attracted to men with kids. You know, they see like, oh, he's a good father. We don't know much of J. Cole's personal life or Kendrick's personal life. He just put his daughter on his album cover and his baby. We're just getting to see into his family life and how he deals with the stress of having a nagging woman on him all the time. He just became privy to sharing that with us. Other than that, he used to talk about infidelity and smashing random broads.
Okay. Have you been otherwise, Randy? Are you getting married to your girlfriend? She's much younger than you, right? You're with a...
Yeah, she is much younger than me, but I feel like that's a healthy dynamic in this day and age. Women my age nowadays, they have too much personality and think they know what they want. So I don't want a woman trying to control me and my life because she's unhappy with her decisions. Bitch, you figure your shit out, as I do the same.
Well, now listen, Randy, with all due respect, if and when you get married, there is going to come a point where she feels comfortable enough to talk to you. She's going to talk sideways. How are you going to deal with that? How are you going to deal with that?
I'm Dominican, so there's only one way to deal with it. And I'm not going to promote that.
Tell us.
But I've heard from Sam Pooh that once it goes there, they love you more.
No, Randy, fuck the algorithm. When you and wifey get to that point, after you put the ring on her finger and she starts talking reckless, how will you regulate as a Dominican man? How will you check that?
Just a couple slaps, light slaps like I do with my dogs. Nothing.
No, Randy. Real Dominican niggas give out Tyson blows and uppercuts. Are you prepared? Are you prepared to go there?
Well, yes, I am, and I wish her punk ass dad will tell me anything about what I do with my woman.
Yeah.
That's my bitch now.
Are you prepared to give wifey a ground and pound? Are you prepared to go there?
Yeah, and she knows that.
Yeah.
She's seen my anger, and she just stays away from me when she sees that Dominican rage in me. It shocks her, but I let her know it's in our culture to do these type of things, and I don't want her to think less of me for what's been programmed in me.
Talk slick, bitch, and I'll run over you with this fucking G-Wagon. It's nothing, bitch.
She knows better than to talk like too sweet to any male near me, because I look at her like, yo, once we're in private, I might just backhand you off of a reflex.
You're Dominican, you're insecure, right?
Yeah, I'll admit to that.
Bitch, come home smiling from work. Bitch, what the fuck is so funny? What's so funny, bitch?
Oh, no, she comes...
Somebody gas you up at the job, bitch? Bitch, I'll slap fire out you just for GP. General principle.
The phone.
Take that smile off your face, bitch.
The phone.
Randy, are you on it like that? You on it like that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm very possessive over what's mine.
Yeah.
And I took her from the white man, and
Bitch, put that phone down and make me a tuna fish sandwich before I give you a ground and pound, bitch.
Oh yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine. If she's giggling at the phone, I need to know who's on the other side of that shit. I'll cut the short shit short. Is that your mother?
I said Fritos, bitch, not Lay's barbecue potato chips. Bitch, are you deaf?
Yeah. But I wanted to stay on. What's another topic? I just wanted to.
No, we stand on these bitches right now. You know. Does your girl know how to make rice and beans? How does she make the rice? Is it sticky rice or is it fucking lumpy?
It's somewhat sticky.
I knew a guy named Flacco from the '80s. If his girl made the rice the wrong way, He gave her a Tyson blow over the rice. Fucking rice.
We all have different triggers. Mine isn't the rice, but let's just say we all have different triggers.
Over the fucking rice.
He probably thought she was trying to kill him with that type of nasty food, you know?
Flacco, the nigga was like 5'9" and 122 pounds. Giving his girl tune-ups like it was nothing. Like it was nothing.
I heard of some guy that goes by the name of Ali Kwan beating women over.
Ali Kwan was right there when he was doing it. And ask me what Ali Kwan did as Flacco was tuning up his girl.
When the cocaine went missing and that pregnant bitch was in the room, what did...
Ali Kwan didn't do shit. He turned his head, went and took a one-on-one of coke, and minded his fucking business. Randy, good to talk to you, man. Good to talk to you.
Stay up, man.
Stay up. Folks, the show is sloppy tonight. Pardon me. It's just... Lucchini tapping in via PayPal. Lucchini says, the African community no longer claims Brooklyn Giggles. We are now requesting to trade him for elephant tusk, zebra meat, and pet chimpanzees. Hashtag click click. Oh my God. Guys, on the screen, one of my sponsors, www. Instagram.com/Skylarize. That is Mr. Skylar Saunders. Skylar, you are appreciated, man. Whoa. Hold on a second. Who's been on hold here? Shit. Jen. On the block with Jen. Jen, how are you? You know, I don't look at my phone too often. I just happened to fucking glance at it. Good evening. How are you?
Hola. I'm good. I actually just got on the line, so I wasn't holding long.
Okay.
So it's cool.
Good to talk to you. What's cracking, Jen? Let's talk about this shit.
What's cracking? So it appears, let me just start out, say what's up to everybody.
Okay.
But it appears the manosphere curse is real.
Oh, easy. I know what you're trying to do. Know what you're trying to do.
I'm just reading the timelines. That's it, Star. I'm just reading the timelines.
Come on.
And I'm like, wow. But here's the thing, right? Let me ask you seriously. This guy, you know what I mean, his name, we all know what he did, right? He didn't hide it. Is that really a loss to the country? Is it really? Come on, Star.
Say the name, Jen. Say the name.
Sinful the P?
I don't have a confirmation.
Yeah,
I don't have a confirmation that he died.
Oh, it's confirmed though. It's confirmed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on.
And just for the record, I didn't know who that man was. I never heard of him. But you know, the timelines are ablaze. So I was like, let me make sure before I even speak on it. Right. So then, but it's confirmed he's gone, and people are saying all kinds of things. They're saying it's because of the jab, because he was in Canada and he had to get the jab and the follow-up jab. They're saying that. So there's like a lot of things. You know how it is when it hits the press. You know, everybody's like, no, it was this, it was that, it was this. But they said he's not in the country, and now they're panicking, trying to get his body back to the States.
All right, Jen, hold on a
second.
second.
That's the word on the...
Pooh Nasty, are you there? Pooh Nasty, sit tight. Pooh Nasty. Where's Pooh Nasty? He sent it a donation. Pooh Nasty, are you there? Pick it up, goddammit. Pooh Nasty. All right, Pooh Nasty, hold on. All right, so Jen, we have a confirmation that Sinful the P, content creator, YouTuber, alleged pimp, is dead?
Yes, but do we have to say alleged when he himself claimed that's what he was?
Well, I don't like to put those titles on people. Certainly not a title like that. But now, Jen, why are you concerned about Sinful the P Passing. Is this something inside of you, respectfully, with regards to black men that you need to tell us about? Come on, Jen, let's go. Why are you concerned about?
All I'm doing is talking about the news, Star. That's all I'm doing. I'm just talking about the news. I'm in the space. I'm seeing people talk about a manosphere curse. I'm seeing people talk about the world is better off without this man. I didn't know this man. Respectfully, I didn't know him. But if everything they're saying about him is true, I'm just saying the world is better off. That's what I'm saying. If it's true.
Jen, last week we were talking about a brawl with some Puerto Ricans on the basketball court in Puerto Rico. You didn't even return my text. Now you calling about Sinful the P. Did you see the brawl with the Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico on the basketball court? It was like 80 fucking spics going ape shit. Did you see that?
Email it to me. I have not seen that, but email it to me, and I'll come back and talk about it. But email it to me. And make sure you put the little Puerto Rican flag in the subject line.
I ain't got time. But okay, so let's get past Sinful the P, R.I.P. Kendrick Lamar, any thoughts? Is he the greatest rapper of his generation?
I would say no, but I don't want to get in that fight because I don't have a dog in it. I'm not really, I couldn't tell you a J. Cole album from a Kendrick Lamar album. I would just say popularity because I'm not like, how people say, you're not a real hip hop fan. Okay, right. I'm not. Right. So I just go by who's popular, who's most popular, right? And that's what I go by. Like authentic hip hop fans are like, no, that's no, did you hear the verse on the album? They talk about it like it's the Bible verses. Right. So I would just say popularity, honestly, the most thorough rapper, and people gonna get mad, I don't give a damn, but I think the most thorough rapper that has hit album after hit album and everybody wants to get in bed with is Drake. Sorry, it's Drake. Whether you like him or not. Whether he could spit like Black Thought or not, he's the most, in my opinion, the one with the most toys and the most clout wins, and he wins. Drake wins.
That's what I would say, the greatest rapper of his generation. But, the New York Times magazine, they have their own agenda, criteria. I just think that Drake changed the game, I don't think Kendrick Lamar changed the game. A great rapper, great execution, dedicated to his craft, but I don't think he changed the game. That's just my opinion. So I would agree with you. On Drake.
No, I don't think he changed the game at all. Now, of course, if you're going to start talking about who's the best lyricist, of course, right. You're not going to mention Drake. Right. But that's not what's important. That's not what's important in the grand scheme, right? I did want to touch on Elizabeth Ovison, a.k.a. Corinne Stevens.
Oh, my God.
I did want to touch on that. I do have a theory.
Now, hang on a second. For those who don't know, because I mentioned this earlier, Corinne Steffens, a.k.a. Superhead, changed her name to Elizabeth something. She's claiming to be pregnant. And you and I spoke earlier on the phone. I don't think I believe her because the guy who she's claiming got her pregnant, she tagged him on Instagram. He's 33 years of age. She's like 49. He doesn't even seem like that's his type, Corinne Steffens. On his IG page, he's got on black fingernail polish. He's a chef. He's doing the damn thing. Got a book out. It looks like he's a pole smoker, respectfully. I don't believe her. I think she's just clout chasing. I think she's trash. What say you, Jen?
So this is what I'll say. I saw the nail polish. I went to the guy's page. I saw the nail polish. But now the new chefs they're more eccentric than the old chefs. They're tatted up. They wear nail polish. They're the cool kids now.
I don't know.
They're the cool kids now. The chefs are. But I'll say this. I saw their interaction, like via comments. It sounds platonic. Like she was like, oh, I went to my friend's restaurant. He just opened a restaurant and he was like, hey, thanks so much for coming. So it sounds platonic. I do think she's pregnant though. I do believe that she's pregnant. I just don't think it's what we think it is. I think maybe he's a sperm donor, and then if he is if he is a pole smoker, it's one of those things where women is like get the gay friend to, I'm saying if he's not straight, maybe it's a situation where she's like, he's 33, he's ambitious, he's successful. This is great sperm right here. And I'm all for eugenics, right?
Well, listen, if he's gay, who gives a fuck? Salute to him. We don't care if you lick a hole or suck a pole. But did he respond to her claiming she's pregnant? I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Nope. No. He didn't respond. They just follow each other on Instagram, but he didn't respond. He didn't even respond to that post. The only post I saw he responded to was when she said, "Oh, I went to my friend's restaurant. He just opened a restaurant," and he was just like, "Hey, thanks so much for coming." That was it. He wasn't like, "Hey, baby mama, I love you. Thanks for being here."
I think she's a loser and she's clout chasing. Nobody gives a fuck about her. And she's...
You don't think she's smart? Star, you don't think she's so intelligent?
No, I interviewed her. She's not intelligent at all. She has a bad disposition. No, she's not intelligent. No, not in my opinion.
Okay,
not in my opinion.
I've seen a couple of things that she's done and said. She seems well read. I mean, she's not exactly Amber Rose. I wouldn't call her all the way dumb. I think she's very well read. No, love it. No.
Well read. How so? Elaborate. Well read.
Her vocabulary, she's a public speaker, she's a best-selling author. Like, she's not exactly a box of rocks here.
I'll let you speak.
Yeah.
I'll let you speak.
That was it. That was my example.
But you said well read as if she has some type of wellspring of knowledge and a cross of literature, science, philosophy, and religion.
Well, I don't know about science and philosophy, but I've heard her public speaking, and she sounds very well versed, right? Not just on sex with rappers, but she is a public speaker at universities and what have you. So come on. You're not just going to put anybody on that podium at a university.
Anybody with a book can do a speaking tour, and you can go to universities, colleges, and as long as you can, speak to a young, impressionable audience, you can get paid. Doesn't mean you're well read. Well read is something totally fucking different. But man, listen, I like to hear you, give your perspective respectfully.
Okay, do you think she's dumb? Would you say she was dumb or just has a nasty attitude? Because those are two different things.
I think she's trash and she has a bad...
90 seconds.
Trash and a bad disposition, which is deeper than a bad attitude. Once again, Jen, I have this, they're cutting off our call. Do you want to call back after I reset the phones? I don't want to just hang up on you. You want to call back?
Yeah, I'll call back.
All right, let me reset.
So I can tell you what I got going on tomorrow.
Let me reset the phones, okay? Okay, hold on, guys. We're doing an extended show on the block with Jen. Hold on, guys. Big Ikea got your donation. He says, Randy, shut your soft ass nigga. You sound short and moist. Type of nigga that won't throw rice at a Chinese wedding or pour milk on cereal. Damn. Who is holding on area code? Oh, man, 678. Can you call back? Area code 678. It's a really crazy show tonight. I'm sitting here sipping Stoli. Folks, thank you for reaching out to me with regards to different lists and so on and so forth. Don't put Star on top 5 or top 10 lists. You guys go ahead and promote the younger generation, Star's almost 60. I am so flattered, but I want you to promote the younger generation. The only list that Star belongs on is the Who's Your Daddy list. Who's your dad? That's it. You kids go ahead and have your fun. I'm resetting the phones. Hold on. Your father doesn't need 500,000 subscribers. He doesn't need to have 300,000 views per video. All these goddamn reality TV shows in Atlanta be calling. And these radio stations, I could have took a job in Chicago, radio job, right before the pandemic if I needed to like, go back to radio. And I said, Chicago? Nah, I'm okay. Nah, I'm okay. Hold on a second. 323. Good morning. Are you there? 323.
Yeah, Mr. Terrain, man. Talk about this K-Dot.
Yes, sir. Let's go, big nigga. We talking about this New York Times magazine article that says Kendrick is the greatest of his generation. Your thoughts, sir, please.
Yeah, man. I don't got to go off their publication to confirm what we all know. K-Dot is he the GOAT right now. And I'll say this. I'll use an example.
Let's go.
I typed earlier that he got one song that's better than niggas' albums. These niggas don't be rapping about shit. K-Dot will put something in an album, in a song, that's more complete than a J. Cole or a Drake. They on their own different lanes, but I feel like black people are losing the actual definition of the word artist.
Okay.
Niggas don't know what an artist means. This nigga making art. And Cole is great. Well, I don't even want to, hold on, let me not go into either rappers. Kendrick is great because he makes art. He makes bodies of work. That's why they was all like, oh, he cheated out of Good Kid, Mac City. Because we all remember the album. We all remember Damn. We all remember To Pimp a Butterfly, despite what all other, people callers said today. He makes work. He makes art, and we respect him for that. We see him as an artist first. You don't got a gangbang.
You have the floor. I'm listening. You have the floor, and you're saying some good stuff. Continue, please. Continue.
Yeah, and it's like the callers earlier want to compare, they want to critique what he's talking about, and people's like, oh, he's not really from the street or whatever like that. Artists can convey that in the music. I'm biased. I'm from LA. I'm an LA nigga. I grew up in the Dark Side 40s. If niggas want to know where that's at. That's where I grew up, and niggas is hating. The white boy that called in, oh, I can't believe they putting West Coast people on here. Bro, be objective, you big dumbass. Listen to who making good music. Right. We've been on the neck for the past decade. Just give some respect, show some respect on niggas come up. You know what I mean, and how far niggas come, and that says more about what the East Coast is about right now anyway. But as far as K-Dot, man, and whatever they saying, the last caller called in and talked about his new artwork for Count Me Out and stuff like that. I haven't peeped it, but that is one of my favorite songs off the new album. And to me, I'm 30, man. I don't really be hopping on the music as soon as it come out. I'll digest it. I'll give it a day and I'll play it through. I'll be like, okay, I'll actually dedicate the day. I'll watch it like a movie or listen to it like a movie.
Okay.
And I'll listen to it a few times. It's a cool album. But that's what I would say about Kendrick. Kendrick making music where you revisit it and it has substance.
Okay.
You go to it for substance. That's what Drake lacked, and that's what Cole lacked. I don't even remember Cole fucking albums. Cole's a great businessman.
Okay.
And I'll say he's good. He's better at putting on niggas. He's way better at putting on niggas. That's Cole's specialty.
Right.
But as far as K-Dot, he make that music, you go back to it, and he be like, oh, man, this nigga really doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, he doing it. You know what I mean? He's showing out. And
well, now hang on a second. I want to jump in. I appreciate you calling in. You're a young man, respectfully. What I do on this microphone transcends. I go beyond certain expectations of a radio personality coming out of the East Coast. I lived in California in 1990 for about 4 months, North Hollywood.
Yeah.
I've traveled extensively throughout the South, Midwest, and California. So I'm old, and I love being the age that I am and having had the knowledge. You're out of where in California?
I grew up in Los Angeles. I grew up in the Dark Side 40s.
Okay.
That's like by USC. That's by USC.
Nigga, I know. I know. When
I'm in Seattle right now, though.
Okay.
That's a fact.
When people talk about California, please know I have genuine love and respect for California. I've been going to California since the mid-'80s. So when we talk about Compton, I can't just talk about NWA. I can talk about King T. You know who King T is and his contributions?
Negative. To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. No.
Nigga! King T, come on, man. Do you have a laptop or computer in front of you?
Yeah, I got that.
Google King T. We talking...
I do the work.
The origins. Prior to rappers that you know now, but let's go back. King T.
Yeah.
What do you see? Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Oh, he laid down a foundation. This is the reason why you have now a Kendrick Lamar. What do you see, King T?
King T. You said Compton?
King T. Roger McBride. What do you see? Come on now.
Roger McBride, December 14th, 1968. Alongside Ice-T and Kid Frost. So he was rapping with Ice-T and shit. He got Vlad interviews.
No, sir. Read it. King T. Better known by his stage name, King T, formerly known as King T, is an American West Coast hip-hop rapper from Compton. Read that, man, with some respect. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'll read it with respect, man. I'll read the legacy. One of the West Coast pioneering rappers. Released a few major label albums in the late 1980s, early 1990s through Compton. Enjoyed commercial success. Gangster rapper, early to mid-90s. Was on Dr. Dre's 2001. And he had released an independent album called Kingdom Come.
Okay.
So he got work out there.
Hang on. Stay with me. I'm sipping. We on that bullshit tonight. I want you to now Google Rappin' Forte. Rappin' Forte.
I'm familiar with Rappin' Forte.
Oh, nigga. Drake.
Yeah.
Drake.
Off of him.
Drake stole from Rappin' Forte. Where's Rappin' Forte?
Oh, he stole from the nigga.
Where's Rappin' Forte from, nigga? We talking Cali. Where is Rappin' Forte
Frisco.
from?
Frisco.
You goddamn right, nigga. You
But I
goddamn
want to say
right,
this,
nigga.
like more.
Where the hieroglyphics from, nigga?
Holy, hey. Hey,
nigga, Star Wallace.
You tested me on all
No. Google it. I'm with you. I'm fucking with you.
Oh, hieroglyphics. Okay.
Hieroglyphics.
Hyro. Yeah, got it.
How old is this nigga? 25?
I'd like to do research.
Google it, nigga, before I flip the fuck out.
I'll do it, man. I'll learn. I'm a nigga that can read. I like to read.
Okay, well, Google it, read, nigga. Jen, where are you? Jen,
hold up.
Call in, Jen. Nigga talking about he from
Hold
Cali.
Hold on. They must spell it weird because they're not spelling it correctly.
Well, nigga, are you a dropout? Hieroglyphics, nigga. The fuck?
Nah, I spelled it right, but it's not correct. Shit.
Well, how about this, nigga? Google Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
The fuck, nigga?
Yes, sir.
What's wrong with you?
Ice Cube cousin, right?
He rapped with the Gorillas and shit. Yep,
I don't know, nigga. You tell me. You tell me. You ever heard of Yuck Mouth?
He's the present rapper on the Gorillas.
You ever heard of Yuck Mouth, nigga?
Yeah, I think he did.
Sir, what'd you just say? I say Yuck Mouth. Yuck Mouth.
Yeah, Yuck Mouth. Yeah, I heard of him before.
You think you think he's dead?
I believe. I mean, that's the last time I.
Good night, sir. Good night, sir. Did the nigga say he think Yuck Mouth is dead? Yuck Mouth, where are you, baby? What the fuck? Boy, you got to put some respect on Yuck Mouth's name. Don't get me going back. God damn. Shit. Jen,
that was brutal.
Jen, am I doing too much? Do I need to shut this shit down? Am I doing too much? The nigga said he thinks Yuck Mouth is dead. Young Mouth is popping. Yuck Mouth TV
even
on YouTube.
Even I know he's alive.
The fuck?
That was brutal.
What the
But it started out good though, cause he came on like, yo, I'm from LA, yo, I know.
I got 5 on it. I'm sorry, good, Jen. I'm sorry, I'm tripping.
It started out good.
Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jen. Jumping. Where you want to go?
Okay, so all right. So I did think that the Corinne Steffens thing. I think it's probably some sort of artificial insemination or some shit like that. That's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking they friends. I'm thinking she's thinking eugenics. You know what I mean? He's good stock. That's good breeding right there. A man is good breeding. So maybe that's what she's on. But I believe she's pregnant.
Okay, you're talking about that old nigger bitch, Corinne Steffens. We're past that, Jen. We're past that.
Okay, so let me talk about what I got going on tomorrow.
Come on, let's go, Jen. Let's go.
Okay, On the Block with Jen, I'm celebrating my birthday live, but it's also a talent show. So if you rap, if you sing, if you twerk, if you dance, if you can swallow a cucumber, we want to see the talent on the block with Jen.
Okay.
So pull up tomorrow. I'll be celebrating my birthday, but it'll be a talent show, okay? So that's what we're doing tomorrow, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Do you have any new thirst trap videos? Because every once in a while, Jen, you get a little out there. You respectfully, you post videos with yourself in panties, yes?
Okay, see, but like you start, I gotta feed the machine, right? Didn't you teach me that? Feed the machine.
Yeah, let's go. Talk to these niggas. Let's go.
I gotta feed the machine. Well, the last video I posted talking about my birthday tomorrow is really cute. I may or may not have panties on. I don't know. You gotta go see.
So now, your live shows, you said that you don't wear slacks or sweats. You always wear panties when your live shows, yes?
Yeah, I stream in my panties. I do. Because I'm in the crib. I'm in the crib. That's how I walk around. So I'm like, I stream in my I do.
Okay.
I stream in my panties.
Okay.
I don't know what that does for anybody, but that's just how I walk around my house. So.
Well, listen, how many people do you get that come on your page and say, yo, I'd smash, even though they may disagree with what you're saying, but they say, yo, I'd smash. How many guys come on your page?
A lot. Like all the ones that hate me, especially. All the ones that hate me, especially. Those are the main ones I want to smash.
What about?
I understand the frustration.
What about sponsors and advertisers, Jen? Because you and I were talking one time. Do you welcome sponsors and advertisers on your page?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. I absolutely would. Of course,
let's you and I talk behind the scenes because, you know, if you're focused on being a social engineer, a content provider, there's some things I think you should do because people do react to what you're saying. And I see a lane for you. You know, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but, you know, I see a lane for you.
Okay, let's talk. I'm with it.
Yeah. But
everybody else is reacting to my content.
Yeah.
I might as well have a sponsor.
I appreciate you calling back. You have a great night, and let's catch up. If not tomorrow, Saturday, because tomorrow I'm going to be in the bed resting from this fucking Stoli tonight. Let's catch up Saturday.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Está bien.
Okay, Jen. Bye.
All right. Good night.
On the block with Jen. Folks, did I just hang up on a Cali nigga who thought Yuck Mouth was dead? Come on now. Ollie, I got your donation. Thank you, man, for tapping in. Blade says check your email. Okay, thank you, Blade. Asa. Oh, no, Rory. You just called FBJ succulent mad gay. Okay, thank you. Oh, man. Sinful the P, man. R.I.P. If this is real. What happened? What happened? I need to know what happened. This old nigga Star is like a Timex watch. He keeps a licking and keeps on ticking. These niggas younger than me checking out. Oh, man, that was my guy, Sinful the P, man. What the fuck happened? Wallace, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Oh, man, I'm getting the emails now about Sinful the P. Blade says Star's longevity is due to the pact that he made with the devil. Blade, I am the devil, you fuck. Okay, Blade says YSL niggas are snitching so much you would think their government names were Troy Terrain. Oh my goodness. Okay, whose video is this? Law and Crime. Thank you, Blade. Thank you. Okay, I'll check that out tomorrow. Dominic, pick up 816. Dominic, where are you, my nigga? Hold on a second. Dominic, 816. Dominic, I don't see you, man. Did we talk already? Dominic, I'm sipping, man. Pardon me if I picked up too late. The hip-hop atheist spit on God. Yeah. Code Red, I spit on the Godson plaque. Got that shit right there, nigga. Nigga must have thought something was sweet, man. All them niggas up in New York can get it. They get to smoke. Who just sent in $1 donation? Go fuck yourself. Get out of here. The fuck out of here. Nigger. Daniel, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Did we speak? I don't see 860 in the queue. Thank you for your donation. Marquise. Hey, Star. Shannon from Houston. Thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you for your support. You are appreciated. Pick up 347. I got a bunch of 347s. Which one? I got a few 347s. Which one are you? Did you send in a donation? Who am I talking to?
Yeah, I sent in 3. This is Eli from Brooklyn. I sent in 3 from Morehouse Entertainment.
Okay, I'm looking at Wolfman. That's not you?
Nah, Morehouse Entertainment.
Okay.
I sent $3 donations.
Thank you, man. How are you? Assalamu alaikum. Where do you want to start, sir? Let's go.
Peace, dog. I just want to say that, easily, Kendrick Lamar is easily the greatest hip-hop artist of his generation. In order to call somebody the greatest, you do have to compare. So when you think of artists from his generation, we got Wale, Big Sean, Drake, Mac Miller, J. Cole. Though 85% of them don't need to be mentioned in the same sentence as Kendrick. So then you just got Cole and Drake. And then, Drake wore blackface.
Hold on.
With a porn star, so he's disqualified.
Stay with me. You just said Wale. What is that track Wale did with Roscoe Dash? Was it Roscoe Dash and... God damn it. Waka Flocka?
I wouldn't know. I don't
look,
listen
ma, no hands. I won't dance. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're saying go ahead. I'm tripping.
Nah. But basically, his album, Good Kid, Mad City, is one of the most copied albums to come out in the past 12 years. A lot of artists started doing their albums with that kind of style after that. His album To Pimp a Butterfly is the most talked about hip-hop album, in my opinion, since in the past 22 years. And then his album that just came out is a masterpiece. I went to his concert in Brooklyn, in Barclays, and you could feel the energy from all the fans and all kinds of creeds and colors. I know people say that Kendrick is more palatable. Oh, fuck. Whatever. More digestible for white folks. But the reality is he just kind of explains his shit more in a way that they get it. We may not like that, whatever, but it's the same shit that happened with jazz music. We didn't appreciate the good shit with jazz music, and now white people go to jazz clubs more than anybody.
Okay.
So just because now people are promoting fentanyl rap, as one caller called it, that doesn't mean like that's the great shit for the grand scheme of hip hop. Okay. In the grand scheme of hip hop, okay, Kendrick Lamar is the most important out of his generation, easily. Like, we're talking from 1930s to now.
Can I ask, how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay. Stay with me. I'm an older man, you know this, but I pride myself on accepting change and being of the now. I've never seen a vagina with gray hair, nor would I want to. You follow me?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about an old bitch with hammer feet, and fucking cataracts. My girlfriend now was born in 1995. I'm rambling. Just give me a second. So I want to...
I was born in 1995. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Okay. Well, I'm not into guys, so,
Nah, I'm just saying, like,
well, just, give me a fucking minute. I'm not into guys. Excuse me. So, I can appreciate what you're saying. I'm honestly trying to hear you out and listen. I'm a great listener. Kendrick Lamar is lit as fuck. He's popping. No ifs, ands, or buts. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, say, Star, you're wrong. I would appreciate if you say I'm wrong. I say J. Cole over Kendrick Lamar in terms of being the greatest rapper of his generation. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong. Kendrick Lamar has a Pulitzer Prize. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole has too many allegations of being boring. You know what I'm saying? I love J. Cole's music. I do, but Kendrick doesn't have that reputation of being called boring at all. Like, that's not a narrative of his.
Okay. Have you ever seen J. Cole live? Have you ever seen Kendrick live?
Yes, I've seen both live, both in New York. J. Cole in Queens, and Kendrick Lamar at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
Okay. Well, then you know what? Your opinion means something tonight, and I appreciate you taking the time. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I thank you as a younger person taking the time to educate us, man, on Kendrick Lamar. Thank you. Thank you.
One more thing.
Yes, sir.
On the block with Jen said she streams in her panties. Tell her, look.
No, sir, hang on. I don't relay messages for niggers, respectfully, if you're black. Go to her page and subscribe. Thank you, man.
She's really going to stream it.
Go to her page, nigger. I'm not a messenger boy. Fuck is wrong with you? Joshua got your donation. Thank you, man. Does anybody want to match Joshua's $99, huh? Boss nigga putting it down tonight. I'm not relevant, kids. I've never been relevant. Don't put me in anybody's top 5 or top 10 list. The only list I belong in is Who's Your Daddy list. Thank you, Joshua. I've never been relevant. I'm a factor. I'm the fly in the ointment. Guys, on the screen, pay for play Dungeons and Dragons. Shakira, where are you? Girl, you got some explaining to do. I sent you an email earlier. I don't know if you want to call in tonight or maybe tomorrow. Hold on. Somebody else called in from a 347 number. They spent Skrilla. Is that Wolfman? Wolfman, are you there? 347.
Wolfman in the motherfucking building, dog.
My
Wolfman
nigga. Let's go, big nigga.
Cage, nigga. What the fuck is going on, nigga? I'm drinking. I'm slizzy, dog. I'm with the boss hog, nigga.
Let's go. Thank you for your patience. Where do you want to start, man? Kendrick Lamar.
I'm the hardest nigga going out. I'm the only nigga. I'm the only motherfucking nigga in the Atlanta area. Talking like he read a motherfucking book, nigga.
Let's go. Nigga, let's go.
I'm the only nigga talking like he got some motherfucking sense. You would think I'm the nigga. I'm from up north, nigga. You would think I'm Jay-Z, but I'm a Grady motherfucking baby, dog.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
Fuck
Let's
that,
go.
nigga. It's time to talk about reading books, nigga. Tell them niggas read a book, nigga.
Come on, you got the floor, sir.
I'm the new Kendrick Lamar, nigga. Fuck a Kendrick Lamar, nigga. Fuck a DJ Khaled, nigga. Fuck a, man, nigga. I'm the hardest nigga in Atlanta, nigga. Reading books, nigga.
You have the floor. Continue, please.
On this Casamigo, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, nigga. I'm from the SWATs, nigga. Zone 4, Camel Suit Road, nigga. Nigga want the shit. Pull up with the motherfucking smoke, nigga. Can I spit you a verse, my nigga?
Hang on. You say you're from where you from again?
I'm from Camelton Road, Zone 4. Niggas want to pull up, nigga. You know what the fuck going on, nigga. It's the Wolfman.
Is that over there by Mechanicsville? Is that by Mechanicsville?
Right down the street from Bankhead, nigga. What the fuck they want to do, dog?
Right. Let's go, Benny. You want to spit some bars? Let's go, nigga. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, this is my sinner's prayer. I pray that this message reaches you like Princess Leia. We on the way up. I got my weight up. Just check the scale. On the way to Decatur, I came across my girl Chanel. Open arms with an L. She want to choke on it like she been waiting to exhale. I never spoke on this, but I had them birds singing like they vocalists. Baby, pass me my glasses. I think I see an opening. I'm going to take this with Noah, Ben. Follow me. I'm going to be on the road again. Can I hit it before we go again? I'm not from your city, but they still noticing. I come from a city with a black hole in it. Don't get sucked in the system. I'm in control of it. Been focusing on ownership, not an industry slave ownership. Look a wise man in his face and punch him in his shit. If you speak nothing of benefit, when you was in the game, it was Sega Genesis, but now we really living it, nigga. Yeah. And we going live at the dealership, nigga. Yeah. They gonna feel the shit. But if not, they'll feel the hollows. I've been known to make a hooker duck fast, my Eldorado. My soliloquy may be hard from sun to swallow. Like Henny out the bottle, we got plenty for the models. I am not a role model. I told my young homie, you could call me a godfather. I could put you on your feet or put your head upon my altar. This verse just got darker. Please light a candle in this bitch. I was on the west side saying I'm going to go worldwide in this bitch.
Okay. Now hang on a second. The bars were hard, but now here's the real question. You ready?
What's going on?
Do you use hollow points or dum-dum bullets? That's the
Nigga, I
question.
use every goddamn thing. What the fuck they talking about, nigga? We on Hamilton Road, nigga. We got everything, nigga. We got niggas jumping out the goddamn bando on your bitch ass, nigga.
No, sir. It's either or. Hollow points or dum-dums. Which ones?
Star. You was the boss, nigga, man. You asking questions. You already know what time it is.
Nigga.
Man. Come on.
Nigga. Hollow points
You know what time it
or
is, man.
dum-dums.
Come on.
I personally use dum-dums.
Man, we from the South. We don't know shit about no goddamn dum-dum. Only about the hollow point, man. We putting them in your ass. Come over here, nigga.
Are you really from the South? Because a lot of Southern niggas use the dum-dum bullets because they expand. Or you hit a nigga with them dum-dum slugs, goddamn, that's it. Folks, I want to keep the show going. Can I go upstairs and choke the snake? I gotta go take a leak. Come right back. Let me promote one of my sponsors, man. We're gonna keep this shit going tonight, goddamn. Easy Blade Shaving Products. I'll be right back. Boss Hog back in the building. Okay, can you guys hear me? Troll babies. Good morning. It's late as fuck. If you're just now joining the show, we spit on the Godson plaque earlier. Nas, you know? And I want to get my hands on a Fat Joe plaque so I can take that out in the backyard and shoot that motherfucker with the 40 cal because he's been talking a little too spicy for me lately. Fat Joe and Nori, the two of them. All that claiming New York shit, but the two of them keep Miami dick in their mouths. Now, Nori's never said anything disrespectful to me, but, just at the same time, he's had people come on his platform and outright fucking lie on me. Hate and miss is nothing, They got a whole lot of Miami dick in their mouths. Put in a call, see if I can get a Fat Joe plaque, just so I can take it in the backyard and shoot it for all to see. Hold on a second. Everybody can get smoke in this microphone. Nobody's safe, goddamn. All right, hold on a second. Did I promote Eric yet? Eric's one of my sponsors. Hold on. Okay, no, that's... What the fuck? What am I doing? Give me a second. Okay. Guys, if you want to learn how to speak Japanese, there's a sponsor of mine. Please check them out. Tell them I sent you. Okay? All right. That was really random, wasn't it? Fat Joe and Nori. That didn't make any sense. That was really just like fucking random. Oh my God. Blade says Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler were top 10 and seriously underrated. Blade, you're a nigger and a liar. Yeah. Weren't they brothers? I think they were like related. I forget. Shug says Nipsey is number 2 for my generation. Okay. I personally don't think that Nipsey had enough work. He didn't have a big enough body of work. He died tragically, and he was a nice human being. I met him at Everyday Struggle when I was working with DJ Academics and Nadeska, and he was a really nice guy, man, Nipsey Hussle. But thank you, Shug, for your donation, okay? Sir Shy says Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly won a Peabody Award. Okay. Hi, Melanie. Melanie says, I can get you a Fat Joe plaque. How much would you pay me? I wouldn't pay you shit, Melanie. How about you just send me the fucking plaque so I can destroy it in my backyard here in Woodstock, GA? So I can put some lighter fluid on it and then shoot it with a 40 cal. just to let that big burrito eating spick know he can get the smoke too. He's been talking a little too loose with his mouth, huh? Terrence, I got your donation star. We're smoking on oh no, we're not smoking on the Sinful the P pack. I need to get a real confirmation that he died. Sir Shy says, 2 white people. Kendrick is more authentic than Drake. Okay, I spoke to Wolfman. Thank you, Wolfman. Okay. Folks, I'm going through the cash apps. You send Skrilla. I want to take the time, okay? I'll take the time to acknowledge you. Blade says, the list that Star should be on is a most wanted list, but the snitch ass nigga has cut so many deals and signed so many proffer agreements that it will never happen. Oh, Big Elvis, I'm sorry, man. Holy shit. Big Elvis is at you. Big Elvis.
Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, I am here, Star.
Hey, man, thank you for texting me to remind me because I'm sipping, man. And when I get to sipping, shit goes left.
So good.
How is the premium Black News show on your channel, please?
Oh man, it was great. We did 2 more episodes. We did a 2-hour live about the what's it called? Andrew Tate went on Just Pearl, and then we did the Noriega Amber Rose, Noriega, and Murder Mook debacle that happened with them, and we did about 45 minutes of that. So we did 2 yesterday. It was really good.
Okay.
And it's Premium Black News on the Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg channel.
Now, hang on a second. Elvis, you're from the New York City area. Has Lil' Kim ever been on the Drink Champs? Lil' Kim?
Oh, I'm not aware of that. No, I don't think so. I would have definitely remembered that.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know. Good question. We need to solve that. That's a great question. What say you?
Troll babies. I'm about to start some shit. Has Lil' Kim ever been on Drink Champs? You know, Lil' Kim did a bullet in the penitentiary behind a shooting in front of Hot 97. You know that, Big Elvis the Chef?
Oh, I remember that very well. I was all into that, the way we into the Megan Thee Stallion thing. Back then, that was our...
That's when I started calling Hot 97 Shot 97. It had nothing to do with G-Unit and their little fucking nigger scuffle years later. Behind that shooting in 2001, if I remember correctly, that's when we started saying Shot 97 on the Star and Buck-Wild show. Troll babies, has Lil' Kim ever been on Drink Champs? We may have to give Nori some fucking smoke. That nigga can get it. Hang on a second. Stay with me. Stay with me, Big Elvis. Has Lil' Kim ever been on the Drink Champs? Why not? All that shucking and yucking they do up there. Lil' Kim went to jail behind all that bullshit that popped off. I'll come back to it later. Elvis, what's going on? What do you want to pick up, man? What's going on?
Well, you know, I'll stay on topic, and I'll say that I'm not agreeing with the New York Times.
Let's go.
I think the people. I think the New York Times reminds me of when people would ask you, "Hey, Star, would you sell out if somebody offer you such and such?" And you would yell and scream, "I already sold out."
Yeah.
That's the New York Times. The New York Times is nothing that I would trust at all. But, you know, great conversation. I mean, to say that he's this great and this for our time, I'm riding with Florida Boy Jay. I think Future has had a huge impact in our time than Kendrick could ever have.
Big Elvis, hang on a second. Nori and Lil' Kim meet for the first time since Hot 97 shootout. It's been 15 years since Lil' Kim and Nori have seen each other after the infamous Hot 97 shootout in February 2001. Why the fuck has she not been on the Drink Champs?
The truth might come out.
All that motherfucking giggling and all that goofy shit. Why has Lil' Kim not been on Drink Champs? Are niggas afraid she might, tell the truth? She went to the penitentiary behind that fucking shootout.
Right.
Capone and Noriega deny any involvement. Well, why hasn't she come up on that Drink Champs show? Huh? Hang on, Elvis. Hang on. I'm going to the live chat. That's when I named that station Shot 97 in 2001. She went to the penitentiary. All them niggas got to acting real fucking crazy. That's right, I'm snitching. Niggas talking all that fucking goofy Miami shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry, Elvis, you were saying, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm on one right now, man.
No, I'm riding with you, Star. You doing what you're doing. We here for you. Got 2,000 people in the chat for 3 hours consistently. Your numbers are crazy. People ain't hanging up. People listening. We here. We present. I'm riding with Star. Fuck Kendrick.
I just spit on God's son again. These niggas got me really fucked up in New York. I'm sorry, Elvis, go ahead, man. Just go ahead. Shit.
I got the new book by Jordan Wells. I copped the hardcover.
Okay.
It'll be here on the 2nd.
Nice.
And I used the link he left in the chat tonight. So that's boom.
I'm here, Elvis. I'm somewhere else, man.
Well, let me just say this. You know, I need the support of these YouTube streets.
Nice.
To hit me up and check out Big Elvis to Chef Rosenberg. I've been putting it down for a lot of years, man.
That's
I got 1,000 damn videos on YouTube. So show some respect, show some love. Give me some hate. That's cool too. Big Elvis to Chef Rosenberg. I'm here. And that's a fact.
Elvis, good to talk to you, man. Have a great evening. Thank you for tapping in.
Boom.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Hang on a second. We got some pussy niggas in the live chat talking about, yo, shut the show down. Suck a dick, bitch nigga. Bitch ass nigga. You scared? Go to church. Pussy nigga. This is what I do, nigga. All these niggas can get some smoke. And that shit just ran across my mind. Why hasn't Lil Kid? Because I don't even watch the Drink Champs. No disrespect. I just, I don't watch my kids. They're my kids. I love them. I love Nori, I love them, but I don't pay attention to these niggas like that. I want them to do what they do. Why hasn't Lil' Kim been on the Drink Champs? Have they ever invited her up there? Folks, I'm going up to New York the first week of February. You better hope to God. You better pray. You better pray that I walk away from whatever it is that they're trying to get me to do up there. Because if I go up there, you niggas will get smoke. Especially you niggas who are from New York, but you've moved to other states. You're sucking dick in other states. And you wanna claim you're still repping New York. You better hope and fucking pray I don't go back to New York. And truth be told, I don't give a fuck about New York. I'm focused on Seattle. But for some reason, that ran across my mind. Lil' Kim. Blade coming for my neck again. I'ma give this one to Eazy-E, a real motherfucking G. Okay, Blade, please don't start with that Ebonic shit. There's no such word as There's no such word as That's dumb nigger Ebonics. Don't do that to me, Blade, please. Troy, I got your donation. R.I.P. Sinful the P. What happened? What the fuck happened, man? DeAndre, for that dumb nigga that didn't know Yuck Mouth. Yo, oh my God. That nigga claiming Cali and didn't know Yuck Mouth. Oh my God, that's like a nigga. You ask him about, tell me about 93 till infinity. He's like, huh? My nigga Lane tapping in. Lane, good to hear from you, man. How you been? Lane says, Kendrick dropped an album every year. Golden State won a championship. This shit scripted. His breath smells like Dr. Dre dick. And fuck Jehovah. I'm atheist. Wow, okay. Big Aki says, Randy, shut your soft ass up. You dirty fucking Dominican. You sound short and moist. Type of nigga. Type of nigga that won't throw rice at a Chinese wedding or pour milk on cereal. Damn. He also says, and salute to Jen for calling in happy about Sinful the P's death. I was just as happy when God gave those spics on Oye Island a bath for a change. We going there tonight. Luke Caney tap. Luke Caney, do you want to call in? Luke Caney says the African community no longer claims Brooklyn Giggles. We are now requesting to trade him for elephant tusk, zebra meat, and pet chimpanzees. Hashtag click click. We are really out there tonight. Seriously. Is that Lane 518? Lane.